Hello everyone! Welcome students. I'm excited to actually be playing this on a little bit earlier on a Saturday than I normally do. Admittedly, that's, and I've described this before, but it's because of some back to school sort of things that are happening later today. Either way though, I'm excited to be playing this because this does mean that we have a little more time than usual to play Paper Mario. So Paper Mario 64, I've been playing it the last couple days. It's been really enjoyable. I say last couple days, I guess it's technically been the last 2 weeks now I think about it. Anywho, I've managed to get through the first world and the second world, and I'm hoping today, with the little bit of extra time that I have, to get through the third and the fourth world. So that's going to bring me through Gusty Gulch and then eventually through Shy Guy's Toy Box, if I'm remembering the worlds correctly. I might be misremembering that, in which case the title is going to have to change like midway through this stream. We'll find out for sure. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and drop you all now onto our front page here. Fingers crossed. Come on. Come on, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed since we were last here. There we go. Just freaking out. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and press start on this then. Boom. Nice and easy. Okay. So, where we last left off, we had just managed to finish clearing this mansion actually all the way through. The only thing that we needed to do left was go up to the top of the mansion with the new piece of, the new thing that we found here. I was gonna say the piece of the painting, but then I was like, is it really a piece of the painting? It's technically like... Anyway, so Boo's portrait, here we go. We never talked to this person, which means they never told us that they were missing their portrait. So we're actually about to see kind of a funny little dialogue box here that acknowledges, hey, you never talked to me. Phew, that feels better. It's nice to be back inside my frame after so long. But I didn't even tell you to go find the drawing. You solved the riddle on your own. Are you just lucky or what? Maybe it's just a coincidence. Yeah, Lemon, I am streaming early today. The main reason is because during that 7 to 9 block that I normally stream in, at least Central Standard Time, unfortunately I have other responsibilities to be doing because it's, you know, yesterday was our first day back as teachers, so other responsibilities popped up over the weekend that I also have to take care of. So this is kind of the only time that I can take care of this sort of stuff. But I wanted to still play today, and especially to still play through this game, because I really enjoy Paper Mario 64. There we go. In any case, you've managed to stumble on the secret way up to the upper floor. Just jump towards the drawing, I'll take care of the rest. You've earned your way to the 3rd floor. There we go. I think it's fun that throughout all the Nintendo 64 stuff, and technically throughout all of Mario Adventures, they do a lot of painting hopping. Even in this game, like you had to hop into a painting in order to do that. Anyway, sadly I missed yesterday's stream at the lake and have barely any service. That's unfortunate that you missed it. Let me tell you, it was fun. We had quite a bit of fun towards the end of it, all getting in really pointless fights, like with bamboo sticks and stuff. It was pretty enjoyable. I'm not sure that part was caught on stream now that I think about it. Yeah, no, so we played quite a bit after stream too, and we got into like large battle royales. Let me tell you, I lost a lot. So maybe it's good that part didn't make it to stream, but it is what it is. It was pretty fun. Admittedly, I think the part that actually got captured on stream was probably a little a little less enjoyable, to be honest, because it was a lot of me, like, clearing out the area above where I'm hoping to make my base. So we'll see for sure. You finally arrived. Here we go. So this is our new partner here that we're just about to get. They called us here because they need to ask us a favor, rather. So, Gusty Gulch. Oh, I've been calling it Dusty Gulch. Dusty Gulch. Hold on. I need to edit that right now. Here we go. Gusty Gulch. Not Dusty Gulch. Gusty Gulch. Okay, there we go. Already saved. Okay, so, a hill rises at the top of the gulch, and upon it sits the castle of Tubba Blubba. He's a monster, and he eats ghosts. Boos are his favorite food. Many friends have been eaten. We've tried attacking the evil fiend to save our friends, but Tubba Blubba is far too strong for us Boos to slow him down even slightly. He seems invincible. That's why he's known as the invincible Tubba Blubba. There is hope, however. If the rumors are true, then Tubba Blubba has a secret that he closely guards, and that secret is probably something that relates to his weak point. So Mario, they want us to find the secret to end up weakening him, and we'll get a reward if we do him this service. That reward is the Star Spirit that managed to somehow escape from Tubba Blubba. Yeah, they managed to escape, but they were in a weakened state, and they couldn't go back to the sky. They tried heading to Shooting Star Summit, but they became lost in the forest, got captured by Boos, and here they are now. So, we would have had to fight Tubba Blubba anyway to beat the Star Spirit, and this way we actually help them. And Bo says, yep, I'm going with you guys. I've seen too much suffering caused by Tubba Blubba. I wish to see him punished with my own 2 eyes. Besides, there's no way he can reach the castle without my powers. That is actually true. We could probably reach the castle without Bo's powers, but once we actually get there, it's quite a bit more difficult. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Bo is actually, like, one of my most favorite partners just because, their attack move is more technically powerful than many of the other ones around them. And they have this ability to make it so that you won't get hit by anything, which is very nice. So, we're gonna go ahead, now that we have Bo in our party, we can access just 1 or 2 more additional areas of the map. Let me talk to this person real quick. Was it this way? I don't feel like it's this way. I think it's this way. I'm trying to remember where the shop is. I think it's this way. Yeah. Okay. Just because I think I have 1 or 2 things to sell to make sure that, I don't suffer too much. Okay. Let's see if I can sell anything. Oh, I said to buy. Whoops. To sell. Okay, I could sell some apples. I'll sell one of my whack-a-bumps. Because I probably don't need both of them. Especially not in these early levels. Past that. I have all these things that help me out, like, a little bit, but I generally tend to avoid taking damage, so... Or, like, I don't take too much damage until, I'll take the life stream just in case. Or I don't take damage until a point where it doesn't really matter because I'm about to go recharge up to full health. Ah, well. It's fine. We'll do it this way. Alright. Yeah, so it's been kind of interesting, having the Minecraft SMP server set up, because I'm realizing very quickly how chaotic but fun, but chaotic, an SMP would be the more people that you have within it. So that's part of the reason why I'm planning on having us end that Minecraft SMP, like, right before the school year actually begins, with Tuesday being the day that we face the end. And the main reason for that is because otherwise I'm gonna have people discover the Minecraft SMP, want to join it, and the free version that I got can only have 10 people on the server at a time. That would not be the minimum number of people wanting to be a part of the server. I can tell you that right now. And that's not a boasting, like, oh, so many people love my server sort of thing. That's just legitimately looking at the situation and going, yeah, that would get me into trouble kind of quickly of like, oh, I'm excluding so-and-so from the stream. Okay, here we go. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Yeah, they do 4 damage right away, which is really good. Because I want to say, even Paracarry right now, in their upgraded form, I want to say that they do 3 damage? Maybe they do 4 in the upgraded form. Let's check. Oops, well, we'll get to find out for sure then. So, jump like normal. That knocks you down to the ground. Then we'll go ahead and have you also skydive. Okay, yeah, see? 3 damage. And Bo is doing 4 damage in a non-upgraded form. Admittedly, the trade-off for that is Bo attacks with just a bunch of 1 damage attacks. So if you go up against someone that has 1 defense, Bo's doing a whole lot of nothing. But in this circumstance, where we're going to be facing a lot of enemies that don't have any sort of, special defenses or anything, Bo really gets to shine as a character. I'm pretty sure in the basement of the castle that we're about to head towards, there is, oh, I could have sworn that hit. Oh, well. There is a way for Bo to be able to level up again. So we'll be relying on that to be able to get Bo to attack even 1 more time. So they should be, at that point, doing 5 damage instead of 4 damage. Which is great against enemies that have, like, 7 health total. All these guys are doing 0 damage to me because of the fact that I have on a damage dodge option, which says whenever I successfully dodge, it'll dodge 1 more damage. So these guys should be doing 2 damage each to me. And I can only defend 1 damage normally. But since I have on that badge, uh-oh, this is unfortunate. So, this guy just powered up, which means his next move is going to do like 5, 6 more damage? I don't remember. Thankfully, I think we have the resources to defeat them before they actually get to attack us. This is one of the things I really like about this game, is as long as you know the enemies you're facing, you can come up with good strategies to avoid having to spend too many resources. I do like the constant combat part of this game. It's very fun. I think that it's one of the allures to this sort of game, where it is, it's kind of like a JRPG. It is having a bunch of combat scenes, battles, and stuff like that, where you get to pick what strategies you want to use. So how am I going about saying this? Once you know the strategies, you're able to get through those things pretty clearly without having to spend too many resources. But until that point, it is very much like you kind of stumble through, like, what's the best way to tackle this sort of place? I will let you guys know right away, when I was playing this as a younger kid, you have to keep in mind that I was only able to play for, like, half an hour on Fridays and 45 minutes on Saturdays, right? And think about it, each chapter so far that we've played has taken me about 2 hours to complete. Roughly so, at least. So this would be like, at best, it would take a week and a half, technically a week and 6 days, in order to actually beat a level, right? Because it would be like half an hour one day, 45 minutes the next day, half an hour again, and that puts you at like an hour, an hour 45 minutes, and probably beat a level by that point. But that's only if you know exactly what you're doing and you're speedrunning it, kind of like I am. Well, I say speedrunning. I'm not really speedrunning it. I'm not doing the professional tactics. But that's if you're playing the game really well, to the point where you know what's happening, you know the best strategies, you're moving into there with the right moves. So this is kind of fun. We're going to get to see Bo's power for the first time. If we activate their power, it hides us on the map. That can be used in fights outside of combat like this, to make it so that enemies don't see us anymore, but it can also be used in combat to make sure that people can't fight us. Unfortunately, we're using it right in front of Tubba Blubba, and this ghost in front of us did not see the fact that Tubba Blubba is here. So we get to see how Tubba Blubba eats ghosts. Technically, all the boos are still safe within them right now, so we are going to be able to rescue them. But yeah, Frank, Stanley, all these regularly named ghosts are just currently being attacked by Tubba Blubba. It's kind of sad when you think about it, legitimately. But yeah, if it takes, you know, back when I was a kid, if it took me this long just to be able to beat a level, even after knowing perfectly what I need to do, you can imagine that it took quite a while for me as a kid to figure out how to beat this game. Oh, let me see. I don't think this will actually do any damage. Maybe 1 damage. Oh, never mind. It looks like bomb goes through some defenses there. That's pretty good. Okay. So yeah, just knowing the right partners and stuff like that already brings you quite a bit of a ways through the game. But if you're trying to play for just like a half hour at a time, it's definitely going to be a lot more difficult to come up with strategies and to kind of test around with certain things. I'm going to go get rid of this dried shroom. Dried shroom only restores 1 health, and, well, we're fine with that right now. I'm going to get Bo back out. I think technically there's more of those, Ooh, this is an item that does what Bo does. So the Repel Gel makes Mario transparent and invulnerable for a short time. So I think we're going to keep that as well. I'm going to get rid of the lime. I don't really need it, so. These letters that I'm collecting around can be given by Paracarry to the people. So, like, if I go to Forever Forest and I find Feist Tea, right at the beginning of Forever Forest is technically where they are, I could give them the letter and I'll get a star piece, which is used to get some of those badges that we saw earlier in the game. Yeah, this game is very... I don't want to say complicated, but complex. Like, there's a lot of, like, moving parts to it that you can interact with, or just move right past. I think that, a game like this is very, very unique for the Mario experience, especially at the time. Because up to this point, Mario games had not been... Oh, I think we're getting a little more power to our attack now. But Mario games had been versions of platformers, right? It was like you had the classic, you know, Super Mario Bros., which was just side-scroller, jumping left and right, and stuff like that. Then you had, they made Super Mario RPG, which is very similar to this, and it was also kind of a JRPG. Ooh, we're gonna... There's no way we can avoid that. We're gonna get hit by one of these. Ooh, wait. No, we're not gonna get hit by one. I'm choosing to not get hit. Oh my goodness. I didn't know how to accommodate for the ground pound part of that. That move is supposed to let me jump on them repeatedly, but the fact that the ground pound happened meant that I mistimed my A press. Oh well, it is what it is. Yes, so they had Super Mario RPG, which was very similar to this. Ooh, 8 damage. Yeesh. I think we're about to hit a health block soon though, so I think that'll be fine. But yeah, so Super Mario RPG was a lot like this, but it was also considered, you know, very unique for the Mario experience up to that point, because they've been having, you know, Super Mario World, is it Super Mario World? I don't know. Anyway, they'd had a lot of other games that were platformers as well. And so this game kind of coming out of nowhere, like reviving a lot of what they did in Super Mario RPG, but making it like a lot more cartoony and interesting for people, for younger audiences especially, like making it kind of an accessible JRPG, because most JRPGs start to get into really big numbers really quickly, or you're talking about like attaching items that will add 10% to fire affinity, yada yada yada, right? Like it gets kind of complex. So the fact that you could make a Paper Mario game seem very accessible to new audiences, but still have a lot of those mechanics of complicated games, I think that's really cool that they did that. So, I legitimately don't remember how to do this particular thing. Is there a way that I'm going to be able to jump up here later? I don't think so. Anyway, we'll find out for sure later. Legitimately, there are some things that I just don't remember how to get them. Oh my goodness. You can't... Okay. The sensitivity is not set low enough for me to do anything but a run. So, like, normally, if you barely move, you have an option to stealth up. But unfortunately, I haven't set the sensitivity on this, so that's kind of annoying. Oh well, we're only gonna get attacked by one of these, I think, think we managed to defeat this one easily enough. Something that I am getting a little bit frustrated with stream-wise for how I've set up my stream is I can't easily see, for some reason, whenever people subscribe. So I've been getting like a cool amount of people coming in and experiencing streams for the first time. A lot of people coming in here from the recommended page, or coming in here off of like searching for Mario for other things and then deciding to watch my videos. Like I can see using the analytics, like generally how people discover my stream. And lately ooh, ow. Lately it's been a lot of people that, you know, this is their first time actually coming into the stream, and they still decide to stick around for a couple minutes. Sometimes they stick around for basically the whole stream itself. And they, you know, not always do they interact with the chat, but a number of them actually do throw down a subscription. I'm getting like, you know, 2 to 4 subscribers, I'd say, per stream, which may not sound like a lot when you're talking about, you know, thousands and thousands of people following these streamers. But for newer streamers, like, that's a substantial amount. Like, with just 2 streams, I can get, you know, 10% more of an audience than I used to have before. That's really impressive retention in that sort of consideration of things. But I never get to thank them because, and this is the part I'm frustrated over, for some reason, my Stream Elements tab just doesn't let me know when these people are coming in and saying, you know what, this is actually like, I want to show some support towards this person. I'll put a subscribe their way. Maybe I'll get to see some of their videos in the future, interact with this community later. And even though they go out and they decide, yeah, I'm going to show my support, I don't see their support. It's not like it's their fault. It's the stream's fault. The stream doesn't go ahead and like, here, I can show you on Stream Elements. This is what's supposed to happen. Subscriber event. It's supposed to show me a little thing up there. I can see that they subscribed. I have a little channel here, activity feed, that shows me whenever someone is subscribing. Like, I want to be able to say thank you for all the different things that are happening. My phone is putting on the digital assistant way too often. But I want to be able to say thank you, and it's just the stream is saying, nope, you don't get to do that. So I feel a little bad sometimes that I feel sometimes like I'm letting down the people that are going so far as to support me. I don't think that any of these are cracked bombable things. I just kind of wanted to check. Yeah, because I've never checked them before for some weird reason. Okay, we're gonna go through here. So yeah, if you're someone who's recently joined in and you're subscribing or you're commenting with the chat and thinking that I'm just ignoring you, I'm so sorry. That's definitely not my intention. I'm trying to make sure that I can actually thank the people that are going out of their way to show the support. I'll be honest, I feel as though my motivation in subscribing to people on YouTube is a little too strict. I say that knowing that that I'm asking for people to not do what I do, right? I'm asking for people, if they join this chat, to, if they like the content, to subscribe, you know, like any normal YouTuber's asking for people to do. I'm asking for them to subscribe normally after only watching a few minutes of being a part of this channel. And as much as I appreciate it when people do that, I don't feel as though I also hold myself to that same sort of standard. And it's really hypocritical of me. It's something I kind of want to change about myself. Because normally what I do, whenever I join a stream or whenever I watch a video for the first time, is I go ahead and I say, okay, this looks kind of neat. I want to see the rest of their stuff as well. And I go and I watch 2 or 3 additional videos of theirs before I decide, yeah, I would like more videos like this or more streams like this popping up in my feed. And I always kind of put that sort of litmus test on things, right? Where it's like, okay, would I actually like to continue seeing this person's content pop up on my page, or was this just like one special video that they did that happened to like hit some of my interests, but will probably not happen again, right? And I feel like that is, while that is a good way of evaluating your content and curating it, like once you have a lot of different people that you've subscribed to, figuring out, okay, like these are the people that I watch a lot, these are the people I don't watch as much, and then mostly just engaging with certain subscribed content, right? While it does kind of make sense there, it's definitely not the way, unfortunately, that someone that is streaming wants you to engage with their content. A streamer normally wants for you to subscribe pretty quickly into joining the stream so you can chat in the chat, so you can send messages to them, so that you can interact with the community, so that you can start getting more stream notifications. Like, normally it seems, and this might be a misunderstanding of the part here, but it seems as though for the most part, streamers want people to subscribe before engaging with a lot of their content. It's subscribe as soon as possible so that you can go ahead and start being a part of what we're doing here, right? And I don't feel as though I act that way whenever I'm watching streams. I always kind of, you know, give it that 2-3 video watch through before I make a decision. So I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to go ahead and do kind of what I'm asking for people to do. I'm trying to subscribe to people a little more frequently and figure out, you know, what parts of their content are interesting enough for me. Interesting. Okay, I think I have to increase my flower power here. Oh, I think I should have done my badge. I just realized that. I think I've upgraded. Yeah, I've upgraded flower power twice. Oh well, it is what it is. Hopefully now I'll actually... Yeah. Hopefully now I'll actually remember to upgrade badge power next time and to use some of these special moves that I have. I think that the power-up for Bo is somewhere down in here. I've never known how I'm supposed to pronounce this person's name. Half the time I say Bo, half the time I say Boo, but I think it should be Bo, and then some of the time I just say Bow out of some weird reasoning. I don't know. It's definitely... Sometimes I wish that games like this had voice acting just so you could hear how the characters' names are supposed to be pronounced. It's a very minor reason to want for a company to put in such benefits, but it is kind of frustrating whenever names are half of the way that you refer to different characters and you're not certain who is whom. Alright. Should be done with that pretty quickly there. So something that I'm already realizing is going to be an issue for, not for stream, where I'm moving away from talking about the stream a little bit, just because it happened to strike my mind. Something that I'm realizing is going to be a little bit of an issue for my, whenever I'm streaming still during the school year. I mentioned yesterday that I want to let students in my class know about my streaming content, right? That, so that they can, like, pop in, say hello, things like that. The thing is, I'm realizing very quickly, the moment that I do that, I'm gonna have a couple of problems on my hands. Among them, I'm going to have, first off, I'm probably gonna get a few people that are being kind of trolly, a lot of different trolls that are going to be, you know, middle schoolers in the chat. People that aren't as mature about engaging in streamer content. Don't get me wrong, I think that the middle schoolers that I'm having right now pop into chat, if they've stuck around this long, they're the group of people that are very aware of the etiquette of streaming, right? Where it's like, oh, like, here's what we can say in chat, here's how we'll make sure to, you know, not accidentally out the streamer, you know, not say what school we're going to, where we live, what their actual name is, stuff like that, right? Like that's proper etiquette when you're streaming. But that same etiquette isn't learned by every new person that joins in streams, because, you know, you have to start somewhere. And unfortunately, I feel as though watching me stream live will be the first time that a lot of these students will have had someone that they know personally streaming in an area where they're asking for more privacy. So I'm a little concerned about that, just because I don't think that a lot of them are going to know the etiquette that a lot of you all do. So we'll find out for sure if we need to be a little more strict on like doing a slow mode posting or something like that and making it so that messages don't get sent until someone approves them. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Okay. Okay, and so this is where we're told outright by this ghost in the basement, don't fight Taba Blubba. He's invincible. Until you know what his weakness is, don't try to fight him, just run. Here we go. Here's the party member upgrade. We're gonna go ahead and put this on Bo. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried about what's gonna happen, especially because, you know, I already technically had this issue a little bit. When I was streaming for, right at the very beginning of the summer, when school had just ended, I had some, kind of annoying people pop up into the chat and try to kind of derail things there. And it was a little annoying because I had to rely on the put in timeout button quite a bit. I'm trying to find like secret doors with Bombette, and I'm not sure that they exist. Anyway. So yeah, like I had to rely on those issues before, but there's something I haven't had to mess with for a while. Like, it's been pretty tame lately, where it's just like, okay, like the people that are showing up to chat in the chat, they're doing all right. They're pretty well behaved. They kind of know the etiquette. They're avoiding, you know, spilling too many privacy details and stuff like that. Like, I've been really happy with the chat that I've had so far. They've been really supportive. Even the new people coming in, right? It's been a thing of like, oh, I feel like people are being very kind and welcoming in this area. And it's been great. And I'm afraid that I'm gonna get like 30, 40 new subscribers that immediately start going like, oh, Mr. So-and-so, oh, how's our school day going at yada yada yada? And I'm just so afraid of what's gonna happen. Oh well. If I really get concerned, then it'll just be a thing of I set more and more banned words, or eventually I'll turn on slow mode and maybe get someone that I know to help me out in moderating chats. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, as it is, I'm looking forward to the school year. I'm looking forward to interacting with students in this sort of way. I'm just a little worried of what's to come when actually, you know, push comes to shove. How are people gonna react? How are my students going to behave in the chats? Things like that. The newer students that haven't had that kind of level of engagement with people that they know about online before. I'm sure it'll go fine. I'm sure it will be just fine. Hold on. Someone just messaged me. What's with this? Oh, it's school is sending me messages. How to set up the gradebook. Excuse me. I know how to set up the gradebook. Thank you for saying something, but I've been a teacher for like 3 years. Hopefully I know that much by this point. Gosh. Technically this is entering into my 3rd year of teaching, but still, you know what I mean. I just find it kind of funny whenever some of these emails are essential, right? But I think that normally the emails should really just be sent to the newer teachers. But it's kind of funny, the idea that some teachers just have apparently forgotten the important information, and we need to tell them year after year, otherwise they'll be lost. I guess it kind of makes sense, because it is using technology, and I'm trying to phrase this very delicately. Some adults, specifically some teachers, need to have their hand held a little bit whenever they are interacting with technology. Even if they've done it a dozen times before, sometimes the specific method of it, the way of finding what they needed to click, where they needed to go, the specific setting that toggled XYZ, right? Sometimes they don't remember that. And in some ways that makes sense. As a teacher, you're asked to balance a lot on your plate. You're asked to use a lot of different systems. But the gradebook, in my opinion, is one of those systems that you shouldn't need a constant tutorial on. Maybe that's me being a little cruel in my assumptions there, but I really do think that a little more effort should be put in to at least get that level of work done. I don't know. It feels hard trying to have an opinion like that, where it's like, people should just do the job that they're paid to do. Because some people do legitimately have issues with just one or two parts of the job, right? Where they do feel like they need a little bit more help on just, you know, I can do all of this stuff, I just need help on this one thing. And it's hard to go ahead and have judgment on them, right? It's hard to just outright say, oh, you should just do better. So I'm trying to avoid having opinions like that, where it's just, oh, just work harder, easy clap, right? But still, the grade book, setting up the grade book, like, of all of your interactions, teacher to student, teacher to parent of student, like, almost, I'd say like 80% of those discussions that end up coming up aren't about behavior, aren't about, you know, rules and expectations and things like that. Normally, whenever a student reaches out to you, it's not about those things. It is sometimes, and I don't want to devalue that, but 80% of the conversations that I have show up in my email inbox aren't, hey, I felt a little bit offended by, or hey, can you make sure that such and such of a student, yada, yada, yada. Normally, it's not been social things is the reason why students email me or ask questions to me. Normally, it's about the content that I'm teaching and about specifically how the gradebook matches that content. So the fact that you could just be so forgetful about how a good 80% of your job works just boggles my mind. Again, I'm trying to not be too judgmental. I'm trying to realize, you know, these are people that maybe didn't grow up with technology the same way we all did. These are people that this is like a whole new way of interacting with things. But it shouldn't be a whole new way 10, 15 years into you being a teacher. I don't know. I totally get it whenever it's a new piece of technology, right? Canvas, for instance. I was taught how to use Canvas in college. Canvas is a learning suite system. It is really funny. When I was taught in college about online learning suites, I was taught them under a very funny way of everyone just supposing that this would work. When I was taught this in college, the teachers told us, the professors told us outright, just so you know, we are expecting that most schools probably won't adapt to these new education systems, these new ways of organizing information, these ways of setting up classes online. Most schools won't require these for the next couple years, but since you're in college and we think it's important that you know how the world is changing, we want to make sure that you get training on this now, just in case, you know, things happen a little earlier than expected. I say all of that, and then you have to realize 2020 hit. A certain pandemic happened, and all of a sudden, almost all schooling needed to have an online equivalent or an online section, online adaptations. Schools were forced to use these new systems much, much earlier than any of the teachers were expecting to use them. So a ton of teachers had never learned about Google Classrooms, about Infinite Campus, about Canvas, about all these systems that are now placed in front of them. Those situations, I totally understand. The idea of needing to learn a whole new system like that you're not prepared for, that one, I understand. I get that. I give a pass to all teachers that kind of struggled with that one. Because unless you'd been very lucky in your schooling or in the people that you were talking with, in the circles you were putting yourself in, unless you were signing up for the right trainings and stuff like that, you probably weren't as familiar with how, what was going to be required of you as a teacher come pandemic time. No one was expecting that sort of thing. But it is still kind of funny that, I was in the perfect position because of my schooling to then go ahead and help so many teachers when they were struggling with this sort of thing. And the reason I say it's funny is because it's the whole reason, I feel at least, that I managed to get the multimedia education job that I did. I'm almost 100% certain that the main reason that I got hired to become a multimedia teacher instead of a math teacher was because I clearly knew how technology worked. I had my pulse on everything when it came to all the different new systems that were being introduced to schools. Anytime a teacher had a question, normally they were forwarded my way. If it was a tech-related question, it was, hey, go see Mr. Multimedia. You know, they can probably help with such and such. And I would get emails or people just coming outright and knocking on my door. Hey, I'm sorry, if it's not an issue, do you know anything about XYZ? And I normally did, because again, I just finished college. I just had a lot of training on those, and I'm the sort of person that always tries to put myself in new situations, tries to actually like learn these sort of things ahead of time, right? Go the extra mile in research. And so I had a lot more reliability, shall we say, in remembering the concepts that they would need help on, in knowing how to teach it in a way that they would be able to get even if they weren't very good at using technology. So I became very, very reliable, and I think it's just the idea of, oh, Mr. Multimedia knows what they're doing with a computer. They know how to do stuff with technology. They probably know how to do stuff with multimedia, right? Because I don't think that my principal had ever seen any of my stream content or stuff like that. They had just seen, occasionally we were asked to make videos as teachers, and they'd seen a couple of those videos and were like, oh, you make videos look pretty nice, even though they were like extremely low quality videos. It was still, it was more than just the extremely basic idea of, oh, well, let's stand in front of a camera and talk for a little bit. Like, I actually put work into my editing. And so because of that, I kind of shined out a little bit from the rest. I'm trying to use this because I want to avoid getting as much damage as possible. Oh, hallelujah. Okay. This should mean that I can defeat most of these people without getting hurt at all, which is good, because I'm sort of out of healing items. Wait, this guy has literally 1 HP left. Why am I should have just done a Quake Hammer, and it would have been a little bit better for me. I think if I'd done a Quake Hammer, I would have avoided taking any damage in this fight, but I think now I'm going to take a little bit. Here, we'll do a Quake Hammer. Boom. Then we're going to use Smack on the second guy in line. That way, Quake Hammer should now defeat the front 2 people, and then Bow's out of sight. I mean, Bow's Slap will manage to defeat the last one. Okay, so we're not going to take any damage this time. That's nice. First 2 go down, and then the last one here goes down with just this, because they've taken 4 damage already, and now I'm doing 5 damage, and they have 8 health, so easy peasy math. Alright. Game kind of lags a little bit when so many collectible items pop up on the stream. This is a fun little hidden thing, the fact that there's a little room up here that you can interact with. I think it's here? Yeah. Is it that I use Paracarry from here? I think that's the case. If not, then I need to jump up a little bit higher. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then, oh no, I fell off. There's still one other thing I can get here. I don't remember what it is, but I know there's one other thing that I can get here. If I jump up onto the railing of the bed, then up to the bookcase, onto the books, up to here, and there we go. Ooh, what is this? Mega Rush. When Mario is in peril, his attack power goes up by 4. Ah, so this is a badge that in randomizers, a lot of people try to get, because they purposely put themselves at 1 HP. They attach all the badges that make it so you're likely to avoid taking damage at that level. And then they put on that. So all of their attack power going up by 4, that's a huge power boost when all is said and done. I need to give myself a little more HP, I feel. I really don't want to fall to a silly fight. But then again, there's not too many fights ahead. that I remember. Oh, here's Tubba Blubba. I smell something very fishy. I'm gonna rush at them, and then this. Remember, the advice that I was given was hide, run away from Tubba Blubba. I can fight them right now, but they are invincible, and I'm unable to do much about it. There. There should be... Oh my goodness. At the very end of here, there's a chest. Unfortunately, I can't do my slow walk that I normally like to do. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and fight through all of these guys, which is gonna be a little annoying. Normally, I like to just avoid this fight, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to help it this time. Well, with luck, it's very likely that I'll be able to avoid taking more than just 1 damage. At the most, I'm gonna take 3 damage, but hopefully I can just get away with taking 1 damage. There we go. All right, and then this guy is an easy fight from this point on. So, the 6th grade class that I'm teaching this year is the first time I'm teaching it in this format. The 6th grade class that I'm teaching is only going to be a 6-week-long class, right? So normally, my class is a semester long. We go through a whole bunch of different things. We have projects that the students go through where it's like, oh, you're going to learn a little bit more about voice acting this week. So I'm going to give you a small little clip of something, and you're going to, like, I've taken all the voices out of it. You're going to dub over the voices of those characters, which is really fun for them because I have a lot of, like, really silly little clips and stuff like that that they can dub over. It's normally, like, a really fun lesson. The thing is, like, we revisit that concept a couple of times as the year goes on. It's like, okay, we covered this thing, like, earlier in the year. We talked about it a little bit. You did a project about it. Now I want to talk about it in depth, and we'll go into it here, and you'll do another project very similar to it. That's normally how I teach this class. So the fact that all these 6th graders are going to get, like, the first little sample of things instead, I think that that's kind of fun, because it means that I'm constantly going to be teaching the basics over and over and over again of voice acting, video editing, picture composition, stuff like that, picture editing as well. I'm really looking forward to that one because I'm thinking that it would be really fun to have that meme creation like the 2nd week of school, the 2nd week of them having my class. So very quickly they're seeing, you know, the ways that they want to use this sort of technology that we're learning about in multimedia. I think that could be really fun. But I'm still right now trying to decide, should I do it the 2nd week or should I do it the 5th week, which is the 2nd to last week? So even now, with a week left until school starts, I'm still debating the structure of my class, just because I see 2 different ways that I could set it up. I think in the end, I'm gonna go with teaching them picture editing on the 2nd week, which means that they'll get, like, they'll learn a little bit about meme creation. Technically the 3rd week, but it would be that we talk about the concept in the 2nd week. So, we'll see. I think in the end, no matter how I run it, I'm confident about how I teach my classes, that I think that it's going to be a good class structure no matter what. In the end, sometimes even teachers just kind of have to hope, you know what, we're gonna have to roll with the punches, right? Just how a lot of students don't know exactly what they're getting into on their very first couple days of a new class, right? They don't know, is the teacher gonna be nice? Are they gonna be strict? Are they going to teach class in a way that I can understand? Or is it gonna be, like, really boring for me? The same way that students need to adapt to getting a new teacher, teachers also need to adapt to getting a whole new group of students. It sort of makes sense when you think about it, but teachers often, if they're good teachers, and I say that knowing that potentially I'm gonna make some enemies if other teachers find out that I say this. Good teachers, in my opinion, will still teach to whatever standards need to get taught. So, like, teachers basically have state standards, like a list of things where it's like, okay, if you're a 6th grade math teacher, by the end of the year, the students should have learned fractions, adding fractions, multiplying fractions. They should have learned variables, independent variables, dependent variables, like all these sorts of things. Like, they have a list of things that you need to teach as a teacher. However, in my opinion, a good teacher not only teaches all that stuff, but also introduces it in an order that actually makes sense to that year. So there are some classes where the order is basically going to be the same the entire way through, like, right? Like a math teacher is probably not going to say, hey everyone, I think that it's going to be good for us to learn about variables week 1 of 6th grade. That's a bad idea. It's probably going to be that all math teachers will teach variables about in like September, November area, right? So it's probably, for the most part, themes are going to get taught at certain times. That makes sense. But the ways that you teach them, the assignments that you give, the ways that the students will express that they have mastery of a subject, I think that should always be changing. In other words, I don't think that like a math teacher or a science teacher should give the same homework assignment every single year. I do think that you can use some homework assignments for multiple years. I think that that's fine. I think saying, oh, this homework went really well last year. When I introduced it in this way, I'll just do the same thing again. That's fine. But teaching the class exactly the same way, not trying to make your class grow at all, not finding new material for your students, that's dropping the ball quite a bit. For example, we have, thankfully, a lot of teachers started doing this. Our school purchased a license for a program called WeVideo. It's a video editing program that they can use. And for a good while, no teachers were using it in our school district. So even though this license had been purchased for every student account across the whole district, unfortunately, we were having the circumstance of none of the teachers were using it. And so it was perceived by the district for a little bit as a waste of money. And so they were talking about maybe we shouldn't have WeVideo happen again. Maybe we shouldn't purchase WeVideo again because none of the teachers are actually using it. Now that's a very bad thing to hear if you're a multimedia teacher that is relying on video editing programs in order for your class to work. The idea of, hey, we're gonna lose this material because not enough people are using it, that was a little freaky, I'll admit. So, I was reached out to midway through the school year. Teachers have to do things called professional development classes. They're called PD, PD days, professional development PD. So all teachers have these days, and it's, if you get involved with teacher culture, then you're gonna find out pretty quickly a lot of teachers hate professional development days. PD days where it's like you're talked to for half a day or for 3 hours or for your entire afternoon about this one subject. They get people from out of school generally to talk about these sort of things. The teachers have a whole seminar about it, and normally most teachers regard them as a complete waste of time. In some cases, that's sad. In some cases, totally understandable because they are wastes of time. Anyway, the district reached out to me as the multimedia teacher that was the newest in the district and really the only second multimedia teacher to be teaching it as a full semester class. And they said, hey, we reached out to this other multimedia teacher to talk about WeVideo. They joined a different group to talk about podcasts. So we found ourselves wanting to have someone talk about WeVideo, and you're the person in the district that uses it the most, alongside this other person that we had asked. We used it about the same. It wasn't really that one person did more than the other. We fluctuated throughout the year who was using it more. So I was like tied for the most used, the person most using that program in the district. Very quickly, I'm going to talk about this. We're taking this key, this talking key, over to the place where Tubba Blubba's weakness is. So we finally found out where his weakness is. And that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to start running away very quickly from Tubba Blubba. Okay, so back to what I was saying. They'd reached out to me. They said, you're the person in the district that's tied with the other person for using it the most. Can you have a professional development day where we get you to talk with a large amount of the teacher body about how this program works, about how you can use it in class, all these sorts of different things. We want you to specifically go ahead. Oh, that's very fun, Lemonade. Happy you're playing Smash Bros on the Wii. Is it Super Smash Bros. Brawl then? It probably is, yeah. Tubba Blubba caught us, unfortunately. So, I was required to... I was asked politely, but in a way where it's like, if you don't do it, there's going to be some consequences, right? It's like, oh, well, you're not a team player, so I guess you'll lose out on certain benefits. I don't know. It's one of those things of like, the school can kind of like put a vague threat over your head. It wasn't the school, it was the district, where it's like, if you don't do this, then no one's going to know the benefit of Wii Video, and we'll have to reconsider reapplying for the license the next year. It's like, oh, that's mean. You're basically requiring me to teach this class, or I'm gonna lose the very thing I need to teach this class. It was annoying. It was kind of blackmail-y, but it is what it is. All these ghosts have come to help me, specifically to help Lady Bo. So, we're fighting against Tubba Blubba. They're here to help. Anyway, so the district had given me kind of this vague threat of, if you don't go ahead and teach this content to everyone, then you're gonna lose out on this program that you need for your class. So I decided, as well I should have, that I should probably help for the sake of my future classes being able to actually have a video editing program. I decided to go ahead and teach all these teachers about how Wii Video works. The class actually went really well. Like, I'm trying not to toot my own horn here, but I did a very good job in instructing how it works, in showing examples of it, in showing the teachers like different ways that they could integrate it with their normal assignments, right? So it's like, oh, maybe before you've been requiring students to write an essay about something in science or in social studies, or maybe you've been having them do like spoken presentations instead, right? I showed this idea of, instead of just relying on these old-fashioned methods, these traditional methods, we should be giving students the option to express what they've learned in ways that are perhaps unfamiliar to us as teachers, but very familiar to them as students. A lot of students, most students, are engaging in online content like watching YouTube videos, or watching TikTok videos, or watching instructional things in order to understand the world around them. And that means that they have a pretty good idea of how to set up a video that would teach other people about what they've learned. Right? So after kind of, advocating for the students to be able to get that sort of representation for themselves, I showed the teachers how it was that, oh my goodness, is this double the rewards? Great, I got 4 star points instead of 2. Awesome. Anywho, I basically made it so that these teachers had to acknowledge that if they were actually listening to what I was talking about, if they were seeing what I was showing, if they were looking at the videos that I'd gotten permission from students to show, then they had to admit that, like, having the students make videos talking about what they were doing, or make little infographics, little, like, kind of like memes, talking about some particular thing that they've learned about, that the students would rise to the occasion, that they would go ahead and take these new ways of expressing what they've learned, expressing what they know, expressing what they're interested in, and they would do really cool things with it that the teachers hadn't seen before. I convinced a good number of them to try that. And for the rest of the year, at my middle school, we were getting a whole bunch of of really unique assignments from these teachers. And anytime that, anytime that it was a case of like, oh, we, you know, if you have any sort of questions about this, you can come and ask me, the teacher would say, or you can go ask Mr. Multimedia about the specifics of this particular thing. Either one of us is welcome to help you. It was, I won't deny, it was a little annoying getting a bunch of requests from students just randomly to help them with materials that I weren't sure exactly what the assignment details were. But it was also fun to interact with so many different students that were very clearly like trying their hardest to go ahead and make videos or make pictures or make like audio recordings about the things that they had learned. It was fun to be able to interact with so many different students about those sort of things. And I will take a lot of credit for that. The fact that my professional development stuff showed them a lot of good, powerful examples of how it could work for them. So I'm pretty proud of the work that I did, and the fact that I've made a difference in helping the teachers at my school start to see different ways that the students can express themselves in really positive lights. So yeah, I'll toot my own horn about that a little bit. I think I've made a positive change in my school. Here we go. So this is the secret strength of Tubba Blubba. Someone spilled the beans that Tubba Blubba in the castle is just a shell, and that this heart is controlling it from here. You can't trust anybody. So this is the secret of the invincible body. The heart is controlling Tubba Blubba from here. The Tubba Blubba is just technically a shell. So we are gonna go ahead and we are going to start attacking this person as best we can. I'm gonna start with a Shrink Stomp. There we go. So now their attack power is half of what it normally is. So that already will help me quite a bit. From there, I want to try getting good at the power bounce, at the repeated stomping. I think that I could be pretty good at it, but... Okay, here we go. They're gonna do a great attack that's impossible to avoid, they say. So, we'll have to use Out of Sight in just a little bit. I'm gonna try using Power Bounce first, though. I'm missing that timing. It's so annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and, even though I've halved their attack, I think it's still good to go ahead and have Bo hide me here to prevent me from taking a lot of damage there. Even though it does mean that they lose their next turn here. Okay, we're gonna try this Power Bounce again. That's super annoying. I do not like that. That ground pound action. That is so annoying to try to plan around now. The worst. Okay, whatever. We're gonna try it again. I just cannot get the timing of that down. Ah. Okay, we're gonna save our FP now to make it so that Bo will be able to do one more instance of Out of Sight when it matters most. But that does mean Mario is gonna start having to just do regular attacks. Can I even hammer this guy? Probably not. Whoa, 6 damage? Oh, so that's why I was often doing Shrink Stomp. There are certain things that, like, I just have the vague recollection of using them repeatedly in this fight, and it's not that I remembered, like, why it was important to use them. Shrink Stomp, apparently I always did to prevent against that damage. Dear goodness. Okay. We need to leave ourselves enough flower power to do Out of Sight. So we're gonna do that now. Because otherwise I'm gonna get a whole bunch of damage this way. And I might be wrong, but I seem to remember this damage not only hits me, but I think it also, like vampire-like, drains my health and restores the health of the enemy. Again, I might be wrong about that. That's what I seem to remember. Okay. Okay, there we go. We managed to avoid some damage that way. But we are kind of running low on resources now. Oh, that might have been it. Yeah, because the camera zoomed in kind of weirdly. All right, so this is gonna run off, and then we're gonna go through the second phase of the boss fight in just a little bit. That does mean we have enough time to go ahead and heal up a little bit. I'll eat this dried shroom, not that it matters. I'm then gonna go ahead. You know what? I'm just outright gonna eat the Wackus Bump. I feel like that's the best method. Because otherwise, I can only get up to 16 flower power. Oh, wait, no. No, I'm not gonna eat the Wackus Bump. I'm gonna eat a bunch of miscellaneous items. Here we go. So, the Super Shroom and then 2 maple syrups. That should get me back up to full materials. There we go. All right. So from here, then, I'll go back into the fight with basically full power, full ability. There he goes. He runs away. We just keep on chasing after him. There is a save block. I remember there being a save block. So I will be able to save the game just in case something goes horribly, horribly wrong. We can see the heart keeps on jumping out. Actually, I'm not sure I get to hit the save block before the fight. No, okay, never mind. We don't have a chance to save in between the fights. Okay, that's fine. We'll still survive. We'll do just fine. Give me a second. I'm still getting messaged about school stuff happening. All right, yeah. They can deal with that themselves. I don't think Shrink Stomp works on top of Blubba. I'm willing to give it a shot, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't work. Oh, it does! Well now. I bet this guy feels a little foolish. Shrink Stomp is one of the most cool abilities in the game. I love it. Ow. Oh, I'm almost certain that normally does like a rift of damage that also damages my partner and makes it so that they're unable to attack. So I think I just managed to prevent a whole lot of bad things happening right there. Wait, that's it? What? I did not remember that fight being that easy. Look, I'll give back all the ghosts I ate. Forgive me. He's not invincible anymore. So he feels like he's gonna keep on getting teased now for being kind of weak. You'll see, if you look at the fact, like his chest, like there's a little patch on it, so you can actually tell how he was made invincible by Bowser. I'm actually a really sensitive guy trapped in a huge body. I don't want to be invincible anymore if it means I have to fight guys like you. And he just runs off. So yeah, there's technically like little hints about how the creature was made invincible. It was, you know, the core of them was taken out and put separately. Anyway. We used to love scaring Tubba Blubba night and day because he was such a coward. Oh well, we're not sorry for it. Scaring folks is what ghosts do, so boo on him. Ha! Besides, that was a plenty invigorating experience. So you kind of have to realize, like, even though the guy was recruited by Bowser, the Boos were sort of the bad people in this experience. They were doing a lot of bullying. So, in the end, what ended up happening was Tubba Blubba saw a chance to kind of get some courage and fight back against them by joining Bowser. And the Boos still aren't sorry about it. Ah, well, it is what it is. Sometimes the game puts you on the wrong side, I feel. Sometimes, like, the good guys and the bad guys should really be, like, reevaluated off of their positions. Okay, that was nice. We managed to beat this world in just an hour. So there's a good chance that we're also going to be able to beat Shy Guy's Toy Box pretty quickly as well. So I'm looking forward to that. This is, in my opinion, the best Star Spirit power. So Scholar goes ahead and gives us a Star Spirit power that allows us to attack everyone on the field for 7 damage, which is quite good for what we have ahead of us. So anytime we're in a group fight or something like that, we should definitely be considering using Scholar, because it means 7 damage to each and every person. Okay. We were told we need to go ahead and try to listen in on people. I think I remember where, what's happening here. I think it's just, I walk into this area, and immediately, I get to have a pretty fun little interview here. Yep. So you can see what the area normally looks like here, right? So it's normally like a little mantle place with that kind of round rotation thing, and you'll notice it has normally like blue wallpaper. It can't be. Explain that again slowly. Tubba Blubba was defeated by Mario. You told me he was invincible. How can you beat someone who's invincible? So we can actually kind of see what the area looks like now. Stupid Mario. I guess maybe he found out the secret that made Tubba Blubba not quite so invincible. Peach is now freaking out. There's not really anything they can do. We have to come up with another tactic and fast. Mario will likely go to Shy Guy's toy box next. We should prepare something for him there. We need to find his weak point and completely humiliate him. You gotta find out what Mario hates. And, for the love of, why is Princess Peach here? What's wrong with those guards? This is actually good timing, my mischievous princess. We're just discussing the weak points of our mutual friend Mario. So, Princess Peach, what do you know about his weaknesses, huh? You must be honest. Which of these things does Mario hate most? These answers are going to determine what is set to guard a bunch of materials in Shy Guy's toy box. So I can say enemies like Goombas, Clubbas, or I can say items like mushrooms. Mario hates mushrooms. Everyone knows Mario hates mushrooms. Another thing, we can say he hates fuzzies, he hates Hammer Bros, or we can say he hates the item Thunder Rage. And out of Pokies, the Koo Patrol, or Super Soda. He hates Super Soda. I think there's one last one, isn't there? Oh, maybe not. I seem to remember, maybe it's a random chance. I seem to remember when I played this as a kid that it wasn't the Koo Patrol that was offered, but instead the boss of the second area, the Tootin' Koopa or whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. Mario's really in for it now, or is he? I started to wonder for a second there. But then again, King Bowser's ordered this, so I have no choice but to obey him. Yep. So they're gonna go ahead and totally believe us that Mario's weak points are all of these items here, which is fun. I like that you can change the level of like game challenge. If you really wanted to, you could set it up so you go through a boss fight again and get yourself a little bit of additional experience, or you can just get yourself some free resources, which is kind of fun. All right, here we go. I think it's Starstorm is the ability. I think I called it that. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Star energy goes up to 3. Starstorm, yep. I can attack all enemies for 7 damage, which is very nice. Bowser's life force seems to be getting stronger all the time because of the Star Rod. It's making him stronger than before, so we'll have to be much careful in the upcoming trials. All right. So, as we're going through Forever Forest, we are going to have to be very careful because there is another mini-boss fight coming up. It's a mini-boss fight that I've actually already warned people about, if they remember how I specifically phrased it all. Let's go ahead, save the game right here. I'm gonna go ahead and swap over to Paracarry instead of Bow, because this is one fight where Paracarry is definitely much more suited to this fight. All right. Bugs, get him off me. I'm lost in the freaky forest, so scared. Eek. That's right, it's Junior Troopa. Like I said, they're a recurring fight that we fight basically after every single encounter, every single chapter. We have to fight them. Boy, are you unlucky to run into me again. This poor child looks very upset. Was he lost in the forest? Shut up, I'm not a lost child. I'm your worst nightmare. Here comes the pain. Now to see if we've still if we've still got the tattle effect from the first time Goombario fought them. I'm not sure if we do or not. So you can see now, they're up in the air. Okay, so we don't have tattle on them anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and shrink stomp them. You can also see they have 1 defense right now, because my attacks were only doing 1 damage, even though normally they do 2 damage with each hit. So, Bow would have been a very bad choice here, because all their damage would have been avoided. We're gonna go ahead and use Shell Shot, though, because that still does a huge amount of damage. Nice. I can defend against this guy pretty easily now. I would try Power Bounce, but I know... Oh, yeah, it wouldn't even do that good of damage in the end anyway, because it only does 2, 2, and then 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, which would become defended to 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So yeah, I need to prioritize Paracarry here to actually get damage done. So they're normally doing 5 damage a hit, but I'm doing pretty good at avoiding that. Yeah, the stream is a little bit empty today, but it sort of makes sense, right? Like, I'm at a completely new time than I normally stream. It's in the middle of a day on a Saturday. Like, a lot of people have other plans right now, so I'm not offended by it. But I wanted to be able to still stream this and still play it. We've had like 40 views, so we have had like 40 people come into the chat over time. So it's still, like, you know, it's still a shocking amount when you consider, how old this game is, and the fact that we haven't had, like, there's not a lot of traffic that would normally go to retro games like this. So even in the end, even if we think, okay, you know, we've had, like, at most 4 people in the chat at a time, we've had 40 views. So it's been a constant stream of people, like, pop in, watch for a little bit, pop out. The average stream time, the average amount of time people are viewing this video is about 3 minutes right now. So we're having a lot of circumstances of someone comes in, watches for about 3 minutes, and they're like, kind of interesting, okay, and they move on. Which I'm fine with. It's still giving people a chance to be able to see and interact with a game that I really like. So I still see this as an absolute win. There we go. We won that pretty handily. Now, there's some other places in this forest that we could be going to that are kind of hidden areas that give us, like, more access to badges and stuff like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh, wait, did I accidentally go in the right door? That feels wrong. Yeah, no, I guess I did. Okay. There. This should put us back at the very beginning of the dungeon. Right? No. I'm apparently taking the right route each and every time. What is happening? Okay, let's go this way instead. This should be the wrong way. And so it should... Yep, there we go. It should now put us back at the very beginning of the forest. I made it out of the forest. I could kiss the ground. Wahoo! Okay. Now we can save the game. Feist T is still at the beginning. If you'll remember, I picked up a letter, and I mentioned Feist T. There we go. Feist T. Okay, I wonder who Bootler is. No, it says it's from that ghost. It says, I'll creep up on you while you're sleeping. Boo, he loves scaring me. You think he'll really creeping darkness? Oh, woe is me, I'll never sleep. So there's just kind of some funny letters that get dropped off by Paracarry. You get a star piece for each of them, so it's not too bad. Oh no, my beloved frying pan. So this is where we get to find out that Shy Guys have been invading Toad Town and stealing a bunch of stuff. So this person is normally the chef. They get to make us a lot of different materials as time goes on. But unfortunately, they have lost their frying pan, which means that they are going to be unable to cook anything new for a little bit. Give me back my calculator. So we're not going to be able to buy badges from this guy until we get this guy's calculator back. Over here, we have just a situation of Shy Guys jumping around the flower bed, but they're pretty easy to chase off. Like so. We don't even get anything for it, but it's kind of fun to be able to help them out. Okay, I have 2 other seeds right now. Once all the flowers get planted, that'll lead us to another one of the Mario worlds that we need to face an enemy in. So I'm just making sure to actually collect everything. The last flower is unfortunately not in this coming level, but the level after that. And we can't get it till the very end of the level, so. We're gonna wander into the post office. Stop, thief. Shy Guy, grab the mail. Alright, so you can see, yeah, Shy Guys are just going on a rampage. Hello? Okay. So, if you keep going around and around the red palm tree in the distant desert town, something good will happen. So, we're gonna do that in just a little bit, but I want to very quickly check. if I can follow the instructions of that. I'm pretty sure it mentions just something about ground pounding in here a couple of times. There we go. That's what the quest technically would have done. We would have gone to Dry Outpost, run around the tree a couple of times. A toad nearby would have asked us, "What are you doing?" That reminds me of a dream where someone told me, ground pound in the fortune teller's place 3 times. Kind of weird. Okay, this badge is quick change. I need this badge. This is a very good badge. It lets me change my partners without them losing their turn, which is very important. It's part of the reason why I haven't equipped another badge yet, because I need to go ahead and add on. I think I can get rid of Spike Shield. There's not a spiked enemy in this next section that I remember. So that means I have one additional thing. I could just do Power Jump or Power Smash. I feel Power Smash might be really good. Yeah, let's do Power Smash. I feel like that will help us out unexpectedly in a future fight. Okay, then we're gonna go over, restore all of our health and save the game after that. Not because we're quitting, but because I just want to make sure that that I don't lose a lot of progress. Okay. All right, now we'll take a nap. And this will restore all of our health. In just a little bit, I'm gonna go to the area where all of these Shy Guys are coming from. But I feel like there's a few more places I can kind of explore around here to trigger thefts. We'll see. Ooh, Star Piece. I didn't remember that was there. I'm not sure anyone has stolen from these guys. I think that they're just willing to fight us. So there's a fun little thing here, where we can fight in the dojo to end up getting, like, fighting licenses. That's kind of fun. Can you kill in SMP right now? Yes. You are welcome to now engage in PvP in the SMP. I'm gonna ask that you don't carry it overboard, right? Because if you kill someone, they're gonna drop all their items in a grave, so there's no grave robbing enabled, so you can't, like, steal all their items. But if you just camp one area and kill them repeatedly and make it so they can't claim their items back, that becomes a lot less fun for people. So please don't grief to that level, but you can go ahead and engage in surprise attacks and traps and stuff like that, and you have my complete blessing for it. Okay, here we go. How dishonorable. Yep. Okay. This guy should just hop back up again, but unfortunately they can't do anything against me. Technically, I should have fought this guy earlier. Like, I could have fought this guy back after defeating the first Koopa Troopa group. I'm pretty sure, at least. Because they were blocking the way when I first came into the village, into Toad Town, but I'm pretty sure after that, yeah, it's totally fine to defeat them. Did he normally give 0 star points? I don't remember. Let's try again and then see if we can get something there. Okay, so this is a duplicating enemy. We're gonna run into more of them later. But this is an enemy that, unfortunately, it looks like it transformed into the worst enemy for it to copy, because this guy has defenses. There we go. So I'm gonna have to be very careful about that. Let's go ahead and shrink stomp them for funsies. And I think as long as we just keep on attacking them, there's nothing they can really do about it. Oops, I missed that. Aha! So they can only stay in that form for so long. That's good to know. I attached the quick change badge, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's change the member to Bo. I think that could be kind of fun to try to figure out how to avoid Bo's attacks, because it's going to be repeated 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, like this. So I'm going to have to defend 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I think that'll be doable. Tiny little Bo. Nice. And jump. Yep, see now, because Bo doesn't have any defenses. Oh! Well, okay, so we didn't get to practice. But that's fine. That's fine. Okay, we got the next degree card. Let's attack just once more, and then we'll be done here. Because I just wanted to see, is there any experience we get from this or no? And right now it's looking like we don't get any experience. We're gonna do another Shrink Stomp. Because, I don't trust this guy. There. And then I'm pretty sure he just rushes at me with these attacks. Yeah, like that. So he would have done 6 damage there if it wasn't for the fact that I have, I'd gone ahead and shrunk him first. So you can see why Shrink Stomp as an attack move is so good. There we go. I managed to defend against it a little bit. We'll go ahead and Shrink Stomp them again. Uh-oh. They managed to avoid getting shrunk. It is just a random chance of happening, but still. It's very nice when it does happen. Okay. I can't take too many more of those. It'd be really good to get a Shrink Stomp off now. Hallelujah. Okay. And then from there, we should be fine to just kind of finish off this battle. Oh, we're gonna take less damage this time. That's good. I'll take that. There. Perfectly defended. And then, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and Power Smash. Because doing 6 damage right now might be the difference between this fight ending early and not. And I want to make sure that I don't take too much damage all in one hit. Okay. Alright. If this does not defeat the guy... Yeah, if this does not defeat the guy, then I have to do Out of Sight. Otherwise, oh, hallelujah. Otherwise, it's not going to be good for me. Phew. Okay. All right. Then let's go off up to this northern area. The dictionary got stolen from them. Also, a Shy Guy has taken over his shop. You talk to him. Welcome to Shy Guy's shop. Too bad I'm not going to sell anything to you, Mario. Wham. Oh no, poor me. And then he runs away. There we go. Let me see if there's something I want to sell. I don't think so. Yeah, I think we're fine here. Ooh, the Wacka's Bump sells for 64 coins over here. Now that's interesting, isn't it? I'm gonna hold on to it for a little bit longer. So it is true, I'd never known for certain that items sell for different prices in different locations. So like, it sold for 30 coins back in the booze area. But yeah, interesting. So if I ever get a Wacka's Bump that I want to sell, I should just come back to here. Oh, I haven't gone to Luigi in a while. So after every area, Luigi is doing a different thing. Like right now, Luigi is apparently dealing with a Shy Guy. You wouldn't believe it, Shy Guys were everywhere. They moved like the wind. All I managed to do was get really upset and yell. I think he hops around to the same locations every time, yeah. But there we go. I think that's it. Yeah, now he's stopped running around. I'm a good jumper, but my running needs a little work. It's up to you to save Princess Peach for my sake. There we go. Okay, so now we can access... actually, this is the first time we could access this little area. Let me first sleep, because I just realized that we are kind of wounded, and so I need to sleep anyway. May as well sleep here. So, this is the first time that we're able to access this area, right down here. Secret little, section in the basement, as Luigi has their diary down here, so we can read what they've gotten up to. Once again, my brother went on an exciting journey. Once again, he went alone. It's so unfair. I remember the carefree days when we played golf and tennis and had parties. I remodeled the house and made a secret basement. My brother has no idea. It's the perfect place to write in you my secret diary. I heard that a ghost appeared in Toad Town today. It was big, really big. It had red eyes, a giant gaping mouth, and a mustache. Because you're my secret diary, I'll tell you the truth. Yeah! I hate ghosts. What will I do if it appears at night? Come back, Mario, I'm scared. Yikes, I can feel something behind me. Ah, I'm sure it's there, but I can't look back. No, get away. I think I'll be safe if I don't freeze with fear. I'll just shut my eyes and take 5 steps back, and then I'll jump and dash into bed. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jump. And then into the bed. This is also a little mailbox, so you can see we've gotten a couple of letters from different characters. Like Little T, just a little toad, training in the dojo to save Princess Peach. Vanna T, Chuck Quizmo's lovely assistant, there we go. The Koopa Bros. You rat, Mario, how dare you embarrass us? I'll never forget what you did. Hey, watch your back when you walk at night. I'm gonna make you cry. You better sleep with just one eye open, pal. We shall return. The Koopa Troopas. Dear Mario, thanks so much for taking care of our fuzzy problem. We appreciate what you've done for us. Please drop by the village whenever you'd like. It'd be our honor. Mustafa. Hey, Wanderer, I've heard many stories about your deeds. People speak very well of you. It comforts me to know that Bowser's creatures no longer loot the ancient ruins. Some relics are missing. This is a shame. I heard that the Koopa was wandering around the ruins. This sounds very suspicious. You should be careful if you meet any of those suspicious types. Colorado. The Explorer. How are you, my dear boy? I just finished my exhausting research of the ruins found by my unwavering efforts. Sadly, I did not find any treasures as valuable as I had hoped. I will press on, though, old chap. There are treasures hidden all over the world. I hear them calling my famous name, asking me to dig them up. We'll run into Colorado at least once more. I think technically twice more. Anyway, at least once more in story-wise. And it's pretty fun because of that. Okay, I think we're at the point now where, yeah, we can just go ahead and invade Shy Guy's toy box. I'm looking forward to that. So, let me just make sure we're doing this right. Yes, it should be this way and everything like that. I was trying to make sure, I was thinking to myself, like, are there any other items I need to see get stolen? And I don't think there are. Practicing beating up Shy Guys, fun. All right. There might be something in the sewer that I can do right now. I don't think so. I don't think technically the bow has given me... Oh, wait, there is a way to ground pound down here now. Okay. All right, so that's an area up ahead that I can't really do right now. This area to the left, ooh, it's gonna force me to do this bit. All right. So, I'm gonna go ahead and jump on both of these guys. Like so. We'll go ahead and damage this one, because I think if I damage them, they stay down. I'm not certain about that, but I'm pretty sure about that. Oh, nope. Okay, these guys just hop up automatically. I'm pretty sure the ones that are running have a special attack that do a lot more damage, and I want to prevent that from actually happening. So this will be 9 damage done to this guy altogether. Let's see if that's enough to defeat them. It is, okay. So then this guy's just gonna do a normal swing at me. It would normally do 3 damage, but I've managed to block the majority of it. So we only took the 1 damage. Very convenient. It looks like I'm getting 5 star points from each of these guys. That's pretty good. That means I'm gonna level up here, because I'm pretty sure there are 2 more guys further in the area over here. I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, apparently that didn't count as a jump. All right. Ooh, that's I'll use the Quake Hammer. I'm pretty sure this flips these guys. There we go. That's gonna be convenient. I'm probably gonna use that again. Probably gonna use that this next round. And I think that would mean that the first one would get defeated by it, and the second one would then fall to the smack attack. So, another, there we go, another, like, ground pound-esque effect. Pow Block, that's what I'm thinking of. Pow Block also does the same thing, where it attacks every enemy on the ground. So. There we go. I'm getting 5 experience each from these guys. Man, that's powerful. Oh, well, this wasn't really necessary. I had it under control, but thanks for the attack power. Why? Why? I need to turn off that digital assistant, I've decided. Because here's the thing, like, sometimes it's helpful that you can have extra... Sometimes it's helpful that you can just say something to the AI assistant, but this is getting a little annoying. Okay. Is there anything else I want to do? No, not really? Okay. There we go. I timed that jump a little bit better. We're gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna rely on this same strategy of Quake Hammer all of them, because that is seeming to be a really effective move here. You'll notice I'm leaving the first one only attacked by the initial thing. That's because I know that as long as I do it this way, I won't ever need to actually attack that character. There we go. Then I can go ahead and smack this one, and they should also go down. I am gonna have to do another ground pound smash, because otherwise, if I don't do another Quake Hammer, one of these guys is gonna get to attack me, and I don't want that, so. Okay, we'll attack this back one. All right, and then it should just be a simple jump on the last character, and it should go down. And we're getting a lot of experience from this. This was definitely worth it. Was it the word experience? Experience. Whatever. I don't know why this digital assistant pops up so often. Like I said, its name is Bixby, and nothing I say sounds like Bixby. Except for, of course, when I say Bixby. Keep on tempting fate on that one. Alright, here we go. Is it really just this one pipe that I get? I think this is the pipe that goes straight to the Boo's Mansion. Yeah. Okay, so from here, I can go ahead and restore some of my flower power, so that's good. I'll also go ahead and save, just because I don't trust myself. It'd be nice if I could fight more of those Koopas. Like, that was an easy fight, giving me 5 star points with each one. I would really like to fight more of those guys. Okay. Oh, yes. All right, I remember how this works. I'm pretty sure there are some hidden blocks here. I don't know how to find them. I don't remember where they are. But I'm fairly certain there are some hidden blocks here. There we go. There. However, the partner upgrade it wants to give me, I don't feel like I should grab that yet. Right? You can see that's a partner upgrade, but I don't have anything yet that will let me partner upgrade someone twice. I'm pretty sure that's what I get in this next area. So if I hit this right now, that means I would have to upgrade Goomba. Sorry, Goombario. And I don't want to upgrade Goombario. I'd like to save that as a secondary upgrade to another person instead. So, I've gotten everything that I can that I want to from the sewers right now, which means it's time to go ahead and invade Shy Guy's toy box. Come on. Come on. There we go. The music in this area is really fun. Mario! There you go, there's Twink. Okay. Princess is very relieved. Shy Guy's toy box is where the next one is. Okay. Shy Guy's toy box is actually hidden inside of this house right here. I'm gonna quickly see. Yeah, I saw them, the scoundrels. Shy Guys just went into that empty house right there. Do you suppose, could that be the Shy Guy Hideout? See, this is another one of those things that I mentioned before, right? When you're playing this game for the first time as a kid, and you're only able to play for like half an hour, 45 minutes, it is hard to figure out some of these things by yourself. So, the fact that, oh, okay, hold on. This guy has lyrics, but now we need music. There's a rumor that somewhere is a composer I forget where the composer is. I have the lyrics now, but I forget where the composer is. I'll have to look that up, probably. Anyway, but like looking up information like that wasn't something that I could do when I was younger. I didn't have as strict access to the internet as we did nowadays, right? It was back in 2001, so so talking to everyone was an essential part of beating the game, because people would give you little hints. Like, my keen intuition tells me that Shy Guys must be hiding in a house somewhere. Why don't we turn invisible? That way, if we do, the Shy Guys will be off guard and reveal themselves to us. Right? So it's like all these characters give little hints for how to find the Shy Guys, where they might be, all those sorts of things. So as long as you're talking to everyone, you get hints like that. So it increases the amount of time as a kid that you need in order to play all these games. So you've been told that they're hiding around in here, and that if we're invisible, maybe we could get the jump on them. They see no one's here, and woo! They jump through a hole in the wall. Which, by the way, we could not access that hole before until we saw someone else do it. Now, we can jump through easily. There we go, Chapter 4, Trials in the Toy Box. Okay, I'm gonna go save the game right here. There are so many ways to, like, skip ahead in this game that I'm not gonna do them. I'm going to do things properly, but not talking to as many people. So this is the first area that you can see that they're gonna set up a guard. They're gonna set up something that makes it so that, oh no, it's a mushroom, my mortal enemy. Yeah, perfect. Mario hates this thing, so surely he'll turn back. I think. That doesn't look like the sort of thing that'd borrow Mario. I wonder if I should really trust what Peach says. Well, it doesn't matter. King Bowser ordered it, and he's the boss. So it could have been the enemies were put here, but instead, nope. It's the items that we requested. All right. I'll go ahead and jump on that person so you guys can get to see how powerful these characters are, and also so I can remember how powerful they are. So we did 2 damage, we did 6 damage. They still didn't die from that. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and attack this one so that we'll definitely down both of them next time. So if they jump up in the air like that, sorry, if they do that little ding, they're planning on jumping in the air, doing like a trick and hitting you for 3 damage. Otherwise, they're just gonna run right at you to attack. So it's pretty easy. Once you know their tells, it's pretty easy to time and dodge at the right point. But, oh, whoops. I was just holding left as though it was a hammer attack. All right. Nice and easy. Boom, done. Yeah, I left them both alive so it would most likely show you the 2 different attack strategies. There we go. Okay, so these little jack-in-the-boxes, will go ahead and give us the mobility that we need to move from place to place. So you'll see, like, oh, if I ground pound on this star box, it jumps me all the way to the right, which is kind of fun. There's I wanted to say there was an item up over here. I guess I'm wrong. Oh, I got hit. Oh no. There we go. All right, let's go ahead first. I could attack the balloons and it would definitely bring this guy to the ground. I think I'm gonna attack this Shy Guy first. 9 damage to them might be enough. I think it is. I think this should be defeated. I don't think they have 10 health. Okay, 9 is definitely enough to defeat them. These guys are attacking me and would be doing a bunch of 3 damage things if it weren't the fact that I'm defending against them properly. I don't like the idea of wasting an attack to the balloons just to make it so they'll do a little less damage the next time. So I think I'm just gonna defeat them while they're still in their balloon form like that. That's a little faster for me right now. That is one of the things I really like about this game. You get a wide variety of enemy types, and they do feel really unique in how they choose to attack you and what it is that they're gonna do to try to break through your defenses somehow. It's very unique how all the enemies work in this game, and I think it's just really fun. Down behind this. There we go, a star piece. I knew there was something behind something. All right. You'll see now, there's little doors like this. I seem to remember that very barely, you can use para-carry here, like stood on the far right like I am. There we go. Okay, never mind. It doesn't really matter too much where you use it. I'm gonna go ahead and touch bow again to face my mortal enemy here. Surely there's a way up to... Oh, yes. Okay, I know the way up to there now. Hold on. That's kind of clever. I just realized that I know the way up to there. All right, storeroom key. That's one thing that I hadn't yet discovered was missing. But it has been discovered now. Okay, so from here... And then I need to attach para-carry for the next bit. There we go. Now we can get this item. I hope it's a multi-attack item. It is. Oh, never mind. It just hits one person. Alright, one person for 5 damage. That's not too bad. I'll find a good way to use that in some location. Alright, with that storeroom key, we now have access to a number of additional items. Let me show you what I mean. One of the areas, this was technically not an item that was stolen. This is an item that has been missing for a while. From the item shop that's right next to Shy Guy's toy box, there's always been a storeroom that's had a locked door on it, and they haven't been able to get into that area. So we're gonna go into there with this key. This particular world has a lot of leave the toy box, come back in, leave the toy box, come back in. But I think it's fun for it. I think it's more enjoyable. I don't remember this room. Yep, they've been raising a racket next door. You know the house next door is supposed to be vacant? Yeah, I'm sure there's some sort of like secret little thing here, because that's a very unique looking house. Oh well. Here we go. So, you'll notice in the back of this area is a little storeroom. Storeroom key. Please don't open the storeroom without my permission, alright? Huh? Hey, you got back my storeroom key. Oh, thank you. You saved my business. Take anything you like from the storeroom. Just a little thank you for getting my storeroom key back. There we go. So now we're gonna get a couple of items here. Dizzy Dial, Toy Train, Volt Shroom, and a Snowman Doll. The most important thing in there was the Toy Train. We need the Toy Train to actually progress through this world. Let me show you what I mean. So, one funny thing about the way that the physics of the toy box works. It's a little wonky, don't think about it too hard. If you walk up to this box and press the toy train and just put the toy train straight in the box like that, the train ka-thunk, lands down here, and it will let us use the train to go from place to place, from station to station, which is very fun. Now, before I do that, because it means I could just move up to the next area now, I'm gonna go ahead and walk through this area a little bit. Oops. Oh well, it's fine. They each take 9 damage, so it's even if I'd gotten an extra hit on them, it wouldn't have meant anything. I think they have exactly 9 HP, because I seem to remember doing 8 damage to one of them, and that wasn't enough. So I think it is that each of them have 9 HP. Okay, they're gonna jump on my head. There we go. And then this one will just rush me, like so. See, the ones that rush me, I can block all their damage just fine. Okay, I'm pretty sure that the area that I'm heading up to next is an area that has a lot of key items that the thieves have taken from here. So we're gonna be able to do a lot of good for the town just by going to this first area over here. Okay. Now there is, if I remember correctly, there is technically a mini boss here on this route. It's Shadow Shy Guy. This guy right here. What do you want? Get away from that treasure chest, pal. It's mine. You see? Don't mess with me. I'm gonna say don't fight. I seem to remember that this is a really hard fight. Like a really hard combat. The guy legitimately does very good amount of damage. There is a way around them. I don't remember what the badge inside is, but there is a way around them. if you make an item called lemon candy, they'll take that and just move away from the treasure chest. So I do kind of want to see what's in there, because legitimately, I don't know what's in there. Did you just summon a... Of course you did. Alright, I'm gonna defeat this guy that can summon things. That seems like a really important distinction to make right now. I'm actually not sure if 9 HP is enough to defeat these guys. Is it? It is. Hallelujah. Okay. Oh my goodness. This guy only does 1 damage, so as long as we properly block it, we can totally prevent them from doing any damage to us. Unfortunately, this doesn't seem to be the case, because I'm just bad at hitting the A button. Okay, a good amount of star points. I'm not going to be too offended by that. That's pretty good. All right, you're about to see the wide variety of items that we can get here. So in this area, a bunch of shy guys are running around with items. Most of them are running away from me because they're holding an item that they want to keep, like cake mix. Boing. Once I beat them, I get to keep that item. Hey, Seagull. It is Seagull, right? Yes. For some reason, I thought for a second it was Sea Guile. Like the sea's gonna lie to me or try to play a prank on me. I didn't even have to defend that. Just damaged against the no damage I would have taken anyway. So yeah, it's been pretty enjoyable playing this game so far. We've made it almost halfway through everything. We're supposed to get 7-star spirits, and we're just about to get our 4th. Once you get 7-star spirits, then you go fight the final boss, and it's a whole dungeon to get there. So technically, if there's 8 dungeons, we've gone through 4 of them. So we're pretty close to the end of this, technically. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this mushroom. I don't really need it. I'm too afraid of it, after all. Let me see. I got a cake mix. That's pretty good. I need to get this calculator, just so I can actually buy badges again. Boing. Nice and easy. Yeah, this shouldn't be too difficult. At most, I'll probably just take 1 damage in this fight, so I'm not worried too much about trying to do anything really fancy. There we go. No damage in the fight. And then we're gonna get that calculator back. Now the calculator, like I said, is gonna be able to let us get the badges back. So the badge shop has been closed because they lost their calculator. So they apparently can't calculate how much the badges should cost in this economy. I don't know. They're very hands-off about that. They don't explain why the calculator is essential. But now we'll be able to get that back at the very least. I seemed to remember there being more items back there, but I suppose I might be wrong. Ah well. Doesn't matter too much. We got a cake mix, which is going to be important for the future. We need that cake mix for a future area. And then I may as well, since I'm coming out here anyway, I may as well drop off the calculator and see if there are any good badges. I kind of want to Google really quick how in the world you get lemon candy, because I remember that you need lemon candy, but I don't remember how to make lemon candy. I assume with lemons, yes, but I think it's probably going to be that I need to use like 2 items, lemon and something else, and I don't know what that is. All right. There's the calculator. Take this special badge, the I Spy badge, which alerts you to a nearby hidden panel. That definitely helped me out. I remember when I was playing the game when I was younger, because, again, I didn't have, like, game guides or anything like that that showed where everything was. So having the I Spy thing, like, flash every time that a panel was nearby was very helpful. All right. Dodge Master makes the action command work more frequently. That's pretty good. Spin Smash. Enemies smash into the ones behind them. Sleep Stomp, I don't really need. Aw, man. In randomizer updates that have happened in the future, they have made it so you can just talk to Rolf, and they will go ahead and swap out the badges that you see here. Because I think normally you need to, like, walk out of this area and then back in again. It's kind of weird. Okay, I kind of want to... Ooh, hold on. I'm trying to remember if the strategy that I'm thinking of works or not. Okay, here's something I want to do. I'm going to save the game because there's a good chance I'm just going to quit the game after I get it. Actually, no, this'll be fine. This'll be fine. I'm going to save the game, but unless things go really... Oh! I thought that this area was going to be blocked by a character called C Koopa. Apparently that's not the case. Alright. So C Koopa is an optional boss you can fight that I thought was in this area now. Apparently that's not the case. Which is unfortunate, because I was getting together resources to actually beat them. Oh well, that's fine. I haven't gotten anything else important, so we're just gonna continue on into the toy shop. Toy box. The Shy Guy toy box. There we go. Goodness. I'd forget the name of myself if it wasn't looking me in the face every single time that I stream. Okay, MrM. Got it. That's my name. My goodness. So I have mentioned this before on stream, but I don't think I've mentioned how bad it is. I am really, really bad with remembering people's names. Like, extremely bad. I'm lucky that, like, the names of my siblings haven't left me. But, I'm gonna move up to the next station over here. Pink station, there we go. But, like, whenever I have new students show up in class, Come on, there we go. Whenever I have new students show up in my class, it's always a thing of, for the first, like, 3 weeks, I'm not gonna remember a single one of their names. And sometimes that's the case, unfortunately, even if I've had them as my students before. I am already freaked out for, walking into the class. Oh! The frying pan was stolen and brought to the right. Good to know. Anyway, I'm so terrified of having the students show up in my class and be like, Mr. Multimedia, it's so good to see you again. And I'm just like, yeah, you old student of mine. I'm really bad with student names. It's just, I know it's something I should try to be better at, and I really do try to be better at them. Like, I put a good amount of honest effort into trying to actually remember my students' names, but sometimes it's just so hard for me. And it's so frustrating whenever I know that I should know what their names are, but it's just escaping me at the time. It's one of my kind of guilty acknowledgments. I try my best. Why am I not defending against that? I try my best as a teacher. I try to make people feel welcome and included, and I do feel for the most part that I managed to pull that off. Unfortunately, the simple truth is, sometimes I'm just not good enough at being a teacher. Yeah. But I do my best. I make sure that I put myself in this scenario to actually remember the names. It's half the reason why I have seating charts, is so that I let people decide where they're gonna sit in the seating chart, but then I start to see their name more and more frequently in one location. And that really actually helps me remember what their name is, you know, what sort of skills they have. I also do a fun little get to know you activity at the beginning of the year, where it's an online activity where they get to kind of tell me a bit about themselves, doing some fun, like, interactive materials. Those things get saved to different hours, and it lets me remember the names they have, the names they prefer to go by, the different hobbies that they have, the different interests that they have, their experiences so far with things like multimedia, stuff like that. And I study those, like, relentlessly once I make the seating charts, because I know that if I don't study them, I'm going to embarrass myself and make someone feel as though I don't care enough about them as a student, even though it's just the simple fact that I have trouble remembering names. Yeah. It's sometimes kind of tough, but it's, you know, I mentioned earlier things that teachers need to be doing in order to make themselves be a better teacher, right? Learning how the grade books work, changing up their lesson structure every so often to make things like make more sense to the students and to pull them in a way that maybe they haven't been pulled in before. Why is this undodgeable? Yeah, so I've mentioned, you know, the fact that teachers need to be constantly changing what they're doing in order to speak to them. And that's something that I think I should also be, you know, following through on. I should be constantly trying new ways to make an effort to overcome my weaknesses. My main weakness being the fact that I can't remember some of these students' names. So, oh my goodness, how did I get hit by that? Whatever. Okay, we're gonna go ahead first and defeat the Groove guy because they can pull in more enemies and we don't want that. Okay. Then we'll probably just attack the Balloon Shy guy, and then we'll go for the Heart Shy guy. There. There, I just have to do it way later than I think I need to. All right, we can deal with that. Yeah. Other things that I think that it's really, like, that school becomes a completely different experience if the teachers just try a little more in some categories. I mentioned already, like, changing up the assignments that they give to make them more interesting for the students. I mentioned the fact that, you know, getting to know their names personally so that you can, without needing to look at a sheet first, call them out by name, not for punishment's sakes, although yes, technically I suppose it works for there too, but mostly for the sake of like, oh, just like this student said, you know, just like Daniel said, yada, 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 like showing that the things that they have contributed to the class are worthwhile and to keep on pulling on them by name. Ooh, defend plus, I need that. Wait, how powerful is that? 6? All right. I'm gonna take off the Quick Change badge right now, and the Quake badge and the Power Smash, and the reason is I need this Defend Plus. It's that important that I'm willing to remove the ability to change characters out really quickly. Anywho. Yeah, so on top of all those sorts of things, there are a couple other things that I think teachers should really be doing if they really care about making students feel welcome in the class, if they really care about trying to pass on information to them in a way that's gonna get remembered. And one of the things I think that I try to do the most is through my little get to know you activity. The fact that I'm specifically asking for like their hobbies, their interests, things like that through that method, and that I'm studying it religiously. The main reason I do that is not just so that I can be like, okay, this is who they are as a person. Would I get along with them as a person? That's not what I do it for. What I do it for mostly is so that I can figure out later on when I'm teaching video projects to them and I'm saying, okay, now it's your turn, make a video about a subject of your choice and show everything that you've learned so far about video editing. Sometimes that first step of coming up with video ideas is really hard for students. And it makes sense, right? Because they're often being asked to use a skill that they've seen before, but they've never had to personally use before. It's a difficult time for some of them as they try to figure out, you know, what is it that I can do to actually show that I've been listening and paying attention in class, and to show that there are things that I've learned from it so far, that I know how to edit, that I know how to XYZ, right? One thing I think is really powerful to do to get students on board with your class, at least for me as a multimedia teacher, one thing that I think is really powerful, and I don't think it's any sort of manipulation, because it's me honestly trying to make an effort to remember them as a person, to remember the things that they care about, the things that motivate them. I pull back and remember some of those things that they've said that they're really interested on, and I bring them up in the conversation whenever they go like, I don't know what to make a video about, because it's like, like, you know, like this is kind of a harder assignment. You're telling us like some things we have to do, but you're not telling us what we have to do it about. I don't know what to make a video about. That's the time when I love to come in and say, well, when you filled out your introduction thing, you know, you mentioned that you really like this subject or that you're really knowledgeable about this type of thing. Why don't you do a video about that, maybe specifically mentioning ABC? The reason I do it that way, first off, it shows them, A, I cared about, you know, reading their introduction, remembering what they like, the things that they care about, stuff like that. Second, it shows that I am somewhat informed about the things that they care about. The fact that I can offer some video ideas about it means that I also know the subject at least enough to engage in conversation about it. So yeah, I think that the combination of those things, oh, I forgot that they give me cake. Anyway, the combination of those things really creates a lot of buy-in for some of my multimedia students, where they realize, and again, I don't see this as any sort of manipulation because it's me trying to make an honest change in showing them that I care that they do well in this class. Because I really do. I want every single one of my students to succeed, and I try to make sure that everything that I do contributes to them having the chance to succeed. The fact that I am going out of my way to interact with them, not as someone that's gonna get grades in my class, but as someone that's going to be showing me like their own creative process and showing me what they care about in my class. When you interact with a student, not based off of them being a student, like as in someone who's gonna get a grade, but off of them being a person, that students recognize when that's a genuine attempt. When you're actually caring about them as a person and when you're actually caring about teaching in a way that speaks to them. Students can pick that up, even if they don't always know how to vocalize it, even if they don't know how to explain why they think that this teacher is really good and this teacher is really hard for them and stuff like that. Even if the students can't recognize why they think one teacher is better than another, even if they can't recognize that and word it out loud, they can still feel it. They can still know that some classes are easier and some teachers better fit their understanding of things, and that are genuinely trying to reach out to them and care about them as a person. I think that that's one of my strengths as a teacher, is that I genuinely try to see the best in every single student and try to remember them as an individual person. I feel that that's probably one of the reasons why names are so hard for me to remember, is because I'm trying to remember so much about that one person. Oh, I'm not gonna do this right now. I'm trying to remember so much about that one person, about all the past interactions I've had with them, about all the ways that they have interacted with me in the past, about all the things that they've mentioned being interested in doing in the future, that remembering their name is so much further down in the list in my mind. And I know that shouldn't be the way it is, right? I know that is still me. It sounds like me making excuses as to why I don't naturally have the talent of remembering names, but I do honestly think that's what it is. I care about remembering so much of who a person is all together that remembering the small individual details, sometimes like I trip up on some of them, and one of those unfortunately small details is a student's name. But I really do try. I try to remember them, who they are in total. Because otherwise, you're not doing them any justice if you're just remembering them based off of, yes, you are a student that currently has a B in my class. Like, some teachers, legitimately, that's the way they remember their students, is like, okay, I remember you're doing this well in my class. Because their objective, not that it's a bad objective, but their objective is, how are they interacting with my class right now? Are they someone that interacts with my class well? Are they someone that interacts with my class poorly? Sometimes they're thinking of it that way because they want to legitimately help, right? So it's like, oh, they're doing poorly in my class. Let me try to make myself, more welcoming, more inviting, to show that if they have any questions, I'm there to help them, right? That's great. If a teacher's doing it for that reason, good. Sometimes it's just, though, they remember them off of that fact because it's more convenient for them to think of students as good students or bad students. I don't know. It's unfortunate. So this shy guy here, this large shy guy here, Gourmet Guy, I think was his name, he won't move from this position, and you need him to move in order to progress in the game until you give him something delicious. So I gave him a cake. And now I have a cookbook that will let me go ahead and make very unique items. Items that are, items that need 2 ingredients to make, rather than just 1. Yup. Oh, dang it, I didn't jump on their head. Oh well, it's fine. First strike here really doesn't matter. Okay, so now I have fire shy guys showing up. And the unfortunate thing about this is I didn't attach the ice power badge that I had. I think I need to do that next. Oof, okay. There we go. I am defending now 1 more damage. Even if I don't manage to hit the defense thing and block 2 damage, I'm also defending 1 damage just statically. So I can defend up to 3 damage altogether, which is great. That's exactly what I need for this scenario right now. As these enemies get tougher and tougher, it's more and more important that I know how to block against their damage. So right now I only have hammer attacks that can hit this guy. If Bo tries to hit them, it's gonna go poorly. This is part of the reason why I also like having quick change. Because right now, if I make Bo swap over to Cooper, who can actually hit this character, Bo lost their turn there. Oh, I forgot that. Okay, I legitimately just forgot that that's all that was needed. Whoops. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna reattach Bo, and here's the reason why. I'm gonna go ahead and the ice power damage, the ice power badge is only 2. So I'm gonna take off power bounce, especially because that's not working for me right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you now how ice power works. Ice power is great because it does extra damage to fire-based enemies, and it lets you actually jump on their head. Before, if I tried to jump on the head of one of the fire guys, it would have hurt me and not done any damage to the fire shy guy. So now we actually have a way of defending against them and doing more damage to them as we go. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 deal. There we go. Now the damage that used to be 1 each is doing nothing. And that's the same for both of these characters now. Ah, that's so good. I forgot that Defend Plus was in this area. I'm very happy for it. There we go. So this whole area has now become a lot more trivial. Now it's really just a matter of fight through the fights, conserving your resources. Like, don't use flower power if you don't need to. And that's kind of the fight that we're in right now. I'm also just about to level up again, and I definitely want to get myself some more badge power. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get myself some badge power. I thought that there was a fire shy guy back here. Was I wrong about that? No, there he is. He moves fast. There we go. Now that I'm jumping on him, you're going to see I have the ice power badge, don't I? What? Hold on a sec. I gotta run away from this real quick. I'm gonna run to the left, conserve as many coins as possible. Didn't I apply the ice power badge? Oh my goodness, I just took off. There. I took off the previous badge. I never applied the ice power badge. Dang it. Okay. You're gonna see now, my damage has gone up to do 2 more damage with each time, which means jump attacks now do 8 damage altogether, which is great. Let's use Goombario here. Let's tattle on the enemy. There. Not that I need to send them out first, but I may as well. Yeah, so they have 7 HP. Good to know. They said water is our best attack, our best bet against them, but I don't have any water attacks yet with any of my characters. So, I mean, thanks for telling me, but I'll get water attacks later, but not with my current cast of people. Ice power is definitely the way to go, though. All right. I think my next level up should also be badge power, because if I decide I want more health, I have an HP up and an FP up badge that costs 3 badge power but gives you 5 more HP. So basically lets you take a badge level up and change it into an HP or an FP level up. I like the versatility of it, though. So, is there a way for me to lose another one? Yeah, if I lose Shrink Stomp. I mean, Shrink Stomp doesn't help me as much in this next area. So I think we're going to leave Shrink Stomp off and add in Quick Change. Okay, this is the optimal badge layout, I think, for me right now. There we go. Now you can see that we swapped over this particular thing. Okay, while that's going, I'm very quickly going to check. Paper Mario, lemon candy. Cook it when given lemon and a cake mix. Oh, so the cake mix that I have still can be used. Very interesting there. Okay. I think I'm gonna quickly jump over to Dry Desert and get myself, well, Dry Outpost technically, and get myself a lemon so that I can get a lemon candy. Because I want to see what badge is contained within the Shadow Shy Guy's treasure chest over there. I think that could be a really good badge. I don't remember what it is. I don't think I've ever actually gotten it in-game. I've just heard recently from people that have also played the game. Someone in another server that I was in that plays the game said, "Hey, are you going to actually try to fight the Shadow Shy Guy?" And I was like, "Oh, no. And they said, "Or are you just gonna give them a lemon candy?" And I was like, "Wait a second, just give them a lemon candy? That's an option?" So that's what we're gonna do, and I'm sure it's gonna work well. And then this guy should go down now. Seriously, this whole area now is mostly trivial now that I have the extra defenses, now that I have ice power to protect against the fire guys. Like, they don't even have any characters here with spikes, which I think, honestly, that should have been the way that they also kind of considered making some enemies here. Some Shy Guys that had some sort of enemy, like maybe a spear or something that made it spiky, so you couldn't jump on them just willy-nilly. I feel like they kind of missed out on an opportunity for that. Then again, the fact that they had fire guys is kind of that, right? Because the fire guys, you have to hammer them. You can't jump on them unless you have the ice power badge. So in the end, they sort of gave us the tools that we needed, and they gave us a similar sort of challenge. All right, we're gonna jump on out of here. We're then going to go ahead and run to the sewers, because from the sewers, we have a very quick teleport over to Dry Outpost. Then once we get to Dry Outpost, we'll just go ahead and go to the Oasis and get ourselves a lemon. The question I have really quick is, I don't have enough space for it right now, which means I'm gonna have to sell something. Let's go back and sell something. I don't want to sell a Wacka's Bump, because I feel like in an emergency, the Wacka's Bump will help out a lot. I think I might get rid of the item that just attacks one person, the Thunderbolt here. It hits one person for 5 damage. I have so many other options that I hardly would ever do that. So I think getting rid of that was the best option. That leaves a space open now for lemon. Oh wait, hold on. I need to first drop off the cookbook because I think they make me another recipe as well. All right. I'm gonna say no. Okay, there we go. All right. So now I'm gonna go over to the sewer over here. Going to go left immediately, not down the hole, just left. Because in here, there's a pipe. I want to say it's the far left one that brings me to Dry Outpost. Yes. Now from here, I can very easily go and get a lemon from the Oasis. I want to go, I think it's just like 2 south and 1 west or something like that. Might be 1 south, 1 west, but I'm pretty sure it's 2 south, 1 west. Oop, maybe it is. Oh, is it just 2 south? What? Really? Okay, you know what? Just for fun, I'm going to show you all what Starstorm does. This is the way Starstorm works. Character comes down, talks a little bit. Aww! 7 damage to each and every one of these guys. Instant KO. No star points because these are monsters, enemies from far too early of an area. But it's fine. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the one that gives. No, that's wrong. All right, here we go. Lemons. Now that I have that, I can pretty easily go up, get lemon candy, and then have enough to fight that little boss guy. Okay. And we'll finally get to see what badge the dude has. That'll be nice. Okay, yeah, we're pretty close to all these things here. I love having the fact that the sewers are a little bit of a hub. I think it's really important that JRPGs or any game that has a lot of travel in it has some way to fast travel. Even if it's all fast travel from only a central location, even if you can't just like open up the map and fast travel, that's fine. As long as there's one location from which you can get fast travel out and then fast travel back, I think that that's really good. So we're gonna have you use the cake mix. We're also gonna have you use a lemon. All right. That's also gonna free up 2 items in our slot eventually, because right now it's just freed up 1 item technically, because now we have the lemon candy in one of those slots. But once we give away the lemon candy, then that means that we have 2 slots in our inventory for more items that we'll pick up over time. Like, for example, the item that's going to be guarding the next treasure chest, which I think is a soda, I want to say? Oh, there we go. Okay. Jump on in. All right. Yes, it is to the left over here. Just run past you right now, and we'll give a lemon candy to you. Uh-huh. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Do I smell lemon candy? You have lemon candy and you didn't tell me? Please, I love that stuff. Let me have some lemon candy. Please, come on, pal. Take the treasure. Just give me the lemon candy, will ya? There you go. Yeah! I got some lemon candy. And then he just eats it. Power Plus increases Mario's jump and hammer attack powers by 1. Really? How much is that? Is that another 6 to apply? That has to be 6, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need to, the next time I level up, I'm gonna need to give myself another couple badge powers so I can get ice power back up again. Gosh, okay. That's really good, though. Having an extra damage on each of my main, like, weapons, that's really good. I'm going out so I can go to a Toad Town. I realized that I hadn't gotten my star power back. See how I'm still missing all that star power? Probably gonna want that in the future, so. Goodness, how did I never know that a badge like that existed there? Because I've seen that badge in the randomizer once or twice. It pops up and you're like, yes, it's beautiful, I love it, I'm so happy that it's there. But I didn't know that that was the treasure inside of here. Oh, like if you'd asked me. If you'd asked me to say where that badge was, because I legitimately just didn't know where that badge was. If you'd asked me to say, I probably would have said that it was like in some sort of like Pit of 100 Trials esque place. I'm not sure that this game has a Pit of 100 Trials now that I think about it. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. I don't think it does. the more I think about it, the more I think that there's not a Pit of 100 Trials thing. Pit of 100 Trials is in future Paper Mario games, and it's very simply 100 trials. It's you go through 100 floors of fights with very minimal chances to like heal and stuff like that, except through the items that you bring in. It's a gauntlet of fights, and it's pretty difficult, but you get rewards like every 10 levels or so. And so I thought that it would be a badge for something like that. But very nice. Okay. Let me see. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go all the way to Green Station. Because I don't think we needed anything. I don't think we needed anything else in Pink Station. I think we're fine on that front. Yeah. So Green Station is next. There we go. Okay. Save the game here. There's only one way forward from here. Now, technically, if you know the code, or if you just hit them all and find out, like, the sound of it to make it, to make a trill of a certain type, you can solve this puzzle right now without having to go all this way and get this treasure chest. But I'm gonna go all the way and get this treasure chest. I'm not gonna skip this. I think it's important to see the fact that there are interesting things you can do here. Okay, hold on. There. So this manuscript gives us what we need. I think we also need the dictionary. I'm not sure we ever got the dictionary. So something I think is very fun here is that it kind of acknowledges yellow, green, red, blue is the order of the Shy Guys. We're gonna be finding information about the order to hit certain switches, those switches. And I'm not sure it's yellow, green, red, blue is the order. I think it might be, though. Either way, we're just gonna remember that for right now and then see if it is the case. Because if so, then that would be a really fun little additional fact that they put into this. That'd be really cool. Okay. From this point on, you'll also notice now, jumping is technically the most effective move that you can do. Because that badge that's giving me +1 to my attack power, if it gave +1 to my hammer, it would do 5 damage now instead of 4 damage. And if it's giving +1 to my jumps, that means that now it is doing 3 and 3 instead of 2 and 2. So instead of doing 4 damage altogether, it does 6 damage. 6 damage versus 5 damage. You can see how this is obviously more powerful. Hey, Dylan. I hope if you guys have been enjoying the SMP today, I hope that it's been going well. Remember, Tuesday is when I want us to try to actually go through and beat the game. If nothing else, if I could just like stand on the sidelines watching you all fight, that would be totally fine by me too. So I could actually see how it works. I think that could be really fun, but I'd love to contribute somehow. I don't really know how I can best contribute, but doing something to contribute would be ideal for me. Okay, there we go. I got the manuscript. I can't read this, but I should give it to someone who's very smart. All right. Oh, I forgot this little thing. Oh, rough. Okay. I legitimately don't remember what the prizes are for getting this all the way done. Hold on. Can I time this even? Like, I hit it on the... Oh, okay. I hit it on the blue star. I don't think it did anything. Yeah. I think it's just random chance sort of thing. Alright, I'll get a single coin. I kind of want to get full stars. You. Oh, no. Okay, nothing. I wonder if... I don't know the trick to this. I don't know if there even is a trick. Okay, it gives me a single coin. I've never played this game. Is it fun? Yes. Oh, you're recommending bow and arrow for Minecraft with me. Yeah, so this is Paper Mario. Paper Mario specifically on the Nintendo 64. Really good game. Seriously enjoyable game. I'm gonna have to do this. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a really hard time. So the reason why it's so enjoyable is because it is, you get your classic Mario enemies, you get your classic Mario, I didn't realize everyone would actually die there. Okay. You get your classic Mario enemies, you get your classic Mario characters, but it's with a fun new combat style. There's a level up system. There's a bunch of really fun badges and stuff. Hey, Santiago. It's seriously, like, this is such an enjoyable game. I love it so much. I played it quite a bit growing up as well. It's one of my childhood memories is playing this game. Okay, there we go. I think I can use Paracarry here, like this, from the high level up to the high level. There we go. I, of course, can't hit it when I'm here, but... yeah, so this game is really enjoyable. It has very unique combat rules. It's very good at kind of making you think different ways about problems. I love it. It's just really good. I have done a lot of practice with this game, so I already know like a lot of the secrets and a lot of the different things that you can do to become a lot better at the game. Oh, I thought for certain that there was a thing there. Oh, you've not been on the SMP today? That's totally fine. Oh, dang it. I could have jumped up there. I should have jumped up there. Here. I jump up here, and then I can jump up to here. Oh, wait. Hold on. I just realized. I do need to go over here in order to jump up to here. It was just with the right timing. There we go. Now I use Paracarry once again. There. Like I said, this is a good game. It has a lot of ways to make the game a lot easier as long as you've played it enough and experimented with it enough and stuff like that. So, it's very rewarding as someone that played this game as a kid and really struggled to get good at this game. Because when I was a kid trying to play this game, I had very little time allowed to us to actually play the game. So the way my family treated video games was, do you have to buy it? So this game, technically, if you have already bought a Nintendo Switch online subscription, specifically the one that lets you also play the N64 games, because I think that's technically a deluxe version of it, this game comes free with that. Now that does still mean you technically have to buy the Nintendo Switch subscription, but some people already have it. Yeah, so I played this all the time. It's on the N64, the Nintendo 64, so unless you purchase like an old console and an old game, you're gonna have to rely on playing that online version of it. But yeah, it's really fun. I played it in half-hour blocks and 45-minute blocks when I was a kid, because when I was a kid, I was only allowed to play for video games for half an hour on Fridays, 45 minutes on Saturdays after finishing up all my chores. And this game was significantly harder if you're only playing it in half-hour and 45-minute chunks. Because, I mean, you can even see from my streams, I'm going at a pace of about 1 chapter per stream. So every 2 hours or so that I play, I generally beat 1 chapter. And you have to understand then, if you kind of mathematically think about that, that's basically 2 weeks worth of gaming just to beat 1 chapter. So in 1 month, if you've played just Paper Mario for all of your video game times, you'll have beat 2 chapters. And this game has technically like 8 chapters to it. So it would take you like 4 months of playing this game under the rules that I had as a kid. It's basically 8 chapters. Technically, it's like, there's a chapter 0 and then a chapter 8 that are sort of like, but it's basically 8 chapters. Watch a live stream on my Switch and myself. Nice. A Shy Guy stole my dictionary. Here we go. Oh, wait. I gave him the... It seems to be written in the language of the Shy Guys. If I had my dictionary, I'd be able to tell you what it is. Oh, you're watching the live stream on your Switch and your cell phone. Oh, or your iPhone. That's pretty fun. Hit yellow, green, red, blue. That was the same orders that the Shy Guys were standing in. I thought so. I seem to remember that key, but I don't think I've ever realized that the Shy Guys are standing in the same order as you're gonna hit the things. That's such a neat little detail. Anyway, yeah, so this game is very, very interesting when it comes to how it presents little puzzles to you, how the enemies themselves kind of become puzzles, because it's the idea of, okay, how do I best fight like this group of enemies without losing too much health or too many resources like flower power. Flower power is how you do like special attacks in this game. It's kind of like a mana source. So yeah, it requires a lot of like, you can't just like run into a fight and hope for the best. You have to be really good at like pressing A at the right time so you do more damage and take less damage. You need to equip certain badges, level up in specific ways, seek out certain items, do certain riddles. Like there's a lot of meat to it that makes it a really fun game in my opinion. You're playing Raft right now. I have some friends that would play Raft. They invited me to join them, but I didn't really want to buy the game myself. But it looks really fun. Unfortunately, Raft, what it looked like, it looked very much like a survival game, right? And I've explained my thought on survival games before. It's very hard for me to agree to play a survival game because if it's a multiplayer survival game especially, I always feel that if I'm not playing it every day, 24/7, or every single time that they get on, I always feel like I'm going to fall behind and that I'm not going to be as effective an ally for them. Like the same thing sort of happened in Minecraft, right? Like I do not have nearly the same resources that you all do. A lot of you are getting netherite armor by this point. You're being very successful in what you're doing. You're building really cool bases, XP farms, stuff like that. And because I haven't been playing with you guys as often, I just don't have that stuff. Da-da-da-dum. So you can see, like, this thing is set. If you just listen to it and hit it from low to high, you'd solve this puzzle. So it's a really easy puzzle that technically you don't need to go all this way to solve, but meh. It's fun that it gives you a couple different ways to solve it and potentially just bypass it. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way to Blue Station to open it up. So yeah, Raft felt very much like that, where it's like, if I'm playing Raft, I have to be playing it with the people at all times, otherwise I'm not gonna understand what's happening, I'm not gonna understand the new tech and resources that we've got, stuff like that. There, now all the tracks are connected. That's why I chose to go to Blue Station instead of Red Station, even though I haven't been to Red Station yet. It was just so that I could get this back. Got to go, gonna eat lunch. Okay, be seeing you, Dillon. Man, I need to eat lunch too. I will probably be stopping this stream once I beat this particular world, and then I will happily eat my lunch. Okay, here we go. Yeah, especially because at 4 o'clock, I'm running off. Well, technically a little bit before 4 o'clock. I need to be done by 4 o'clock at the very latest, because I have things that I have other responsibilities for at this point of the day. So it's unfortunate, because normally I run a game for people on Saturdays at right around this time. It's the reason why I can't normally. I forgot this. I'm gonna go left instead. I promise this will make sense. I can only go so far that direction right now. It just makes more sense to go left instead. Anyway, so it's the reason why I don't run my Saturday streams as much anymore. Except for the evening ones. I normally don't run afternoon ones that go from this earlier time because I have other responsibilities. Oh no, I don't have the ice power on. I realized that a little too late. All right, that's fine. 2 hammers to this guy will also defeat them. The thing is, I've been defeating these spy guys before they can do anything. These hammers that you see them using, when they whack me with the hammer, it removes one of my abilities, like the ability to jump or the ability to hammer or something like that. The only way to make them not attack with the hammer is if you hit them, they will instead swap to their other weapon, which is a slingshot. See how they swap to the slingshot there? So there we go. There. Woo. Thank goodness. I'm pretty sure I can get dizzy from that attack and not be able to attack anybody, so... Thank goodness I managed to press it at the right time. Alright, now I'm gonna just defeat this spy guy. So I just have less enemies on the field to worry about. I'm pretty sure this person's now gonna spin and summon a, oh no. Oh well, that's fine. I thought they were gonna spin and summon a, one of the heart shy guys. But apparently, we're fine. We made it through all right. Okay. Okay, is there one right in the middle here? There is, the deep focus badge. I don't need that, but it's good to have it, I suppose. Whoa, that was my bad. There we go. And up we go. Go over here. Okay, good. That's how I'm gonna upgrade this new partner I'm about to get. I'm just about to get a new partner from being in here. Someone is here in the dark. So this guy is not gonna be my partner, but he's holding my partner captive. Looks like you're mine, Mario. I won't let you go anywhere. So, all right, here we go. First thing I'm gonna do. No, not out of sight. Smack. There we go. If I smack that lantern repeatedly, what it cares about is how many times it's hit, not how much is damaged, and not how much it is damaged, not how much damage it takes, because it's just going to be immune to all damage, but how often it gets hit. So Bow having the 5 smack attack is perfect for it. I think the right answer here is just jump on the dude with Lantern Gust. He doesn't like how bright it is, so he'll keep on blowing out the light. And I'm gonna be able to get off a good number of attacks because of that, where it's just, he won't attack me, he'll only blow out the light instead. Which is very helpful. Okay, I'm going through this. Ah, dang it. If you don't manage to defend that, then your partner gets injured and cannot move, which is unfortunate. All right. Yeah, it's not letting me do any of my AoE attacks. I just realized that. Yeah, like I can't do like Starstorm to attack everybody until it's a little bit brighter. So there we go. Ouch. I unfortunately thought he was going to do the shine attack again, even though he couldn't have in that circumstance. So I pressed A at very much the wrong time. 5 damage. Yeesh. That's a lot. Okay. There we go. Just blow it out. Okay, good. All right. Then swap back over again. Smack once more. There. Yeah, so you may have noticed, unless it's bright in here, it won't let us attack the enemy. So we have to keep on lighting up that lantern again. It's not that I keep on doing it because it's fun. It's very much essential. Should I just do Starstorm? It is technically more powerful. Nah, I'm just gonna keep on attacking them this way. They're bound to go out soon. Jump. And this guy's probably just gonna jump on my head. There we go. Just 2 damage that time. Easy. You know what? I like the idea right now of getting a whole bunch of damage off on the guy. Oh, there we go. Okay, never mind. I didn't know how much health the guy had, so I didn't know he was gonna go down that easily. Here we go. See, the guy that we want is right in here. Hi, mister, I'm Watt. Can I get out of here? There we go. Now it breaks. Hey, I got out. Yay for me. Thanks, mister. Hey, aren't you, Mario? You just saved me. You're like a hero. Saved me from the mean guy who was like, wee-hee-hee. I gotta make it up to you. I'll go with you, Mario. I heard the Shy Guys are saying that you're trying to save Princess Peach from Bowser. I wanna help. I'll be good, really. There we go. Watt joined the party. They can light up quite a bit of the area. Yeah. Hey, Waffles. So, now that I finally have Watt, Watt is a really good character, probably the best one. You can see how bright it is, and also, you're able to see invisible blocks. So there are a couple times where I've just like jumped in a seemingly random place, like this, and I've gotten an item from it. It's because of the fact that I've seen it because of Watt in the past. Huh, it's funny that the soda just trapped up there now. Anyway, this is also the reason why I waited to get this power up. It's because I want to upgrade Watt. There we go. So now Watt's a little more powerful. Watt is going to do an electric-based attack that mostly goes straight through people's defenses. So if people have like a defense of 1, normally Watt's attack does full damage against them. It's very handy. I don't think, though, that Watt can attack these pyro guys. I seem to remember that that's not something they can do. So we're going to go ahead first and attack this spy guy to make them swap over to the slingshot. There we go. There. Now, Watt can finish off this spy guy, I think. So I'm going to do that real quick. Good. Hallelujah. Then we, of course, just hammer down on this guy. And defend here. Oh, gosh. Yeah, we're running a little low on health, but the good news is there's a place to restore our health just ahead of here. I'm going to try to use Electro... Yep, I thought that would happen. Watt got injured and therefore lost a turn. The same thing would happen for most of the people that would try to attack the pyro guys. I think Koopa can hit it normally. Bombette could technically bomb it, I think. I think that's something they can do. I might be wrong about that. And then Parakarry's Shell Shot will also hit it very nicely. Gonna get rid of Fire Flower, because I'm not gonna need that really ever now, because it only does like 2-3 damage, something like that. Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna go fight the boss. Seriously, this is us going to fight the boss right now. It's over here. So this is the area why I left. This is the reason why I left the area earlier. We saw a single shy guy run through here. It even shows that they're still there. They're about to run into an area that I need Watt for. They run away screaming. Ah! The one clumsy one. This guy's gonna keep on making kind of an appearance. The one clumsy one following after. All right, we need Watt for this. Notice how, without this invisible block, this would be too far away for something like Koopa's attack. Now I can use Koopa to get that little thing. Hold on. Is there one of these I want to use? I'm gonna drop one of my snowman dolls. Oh gosh, I jumped off the wrong direction. There we go. I know I could technically leave and sell it, but that is not worth it. That's not worth the amount of effort to get like 5 coins, maybe. There. So, hits all enemies for 6 power, so you can tell why I'm getting rid... Oh no, I'm gonna get rid of Dizzy Dial, because that only sometimes works anyway. Okay, swap out for Watt, and duck. Okay. Oh, I don't want Sleepy Sheep either. It's also a potential thing. There. If I didn't have Watt, then this would not happen. But they're like, ah, he could see us! Run for it! There. And they just powered through to the other side. Here's the final boss, right over here. I'm General Guy. We're following the orders of King Bowser by guarding a Star Spirit. As long as we keep it secure, we have permission to do whatever we want. You hear? I don't care for you, sir. You are rude, and furthermore, you're trespassing in here. Our toy box is off limits to the likes of you. The treasures inside this box are for Shy Guys only, and that Star Spirit's fate is none of your business. Prepare to fight me, sir. Taste defeat. Charge! So, we're gonna go through a couple waves of fights here, where we fight kind of their, like, disposable minions for a little bit. Sus General. Yes! I suppose so. Okay, here we go. Oh, what? How did I miss that? Oh, well. But you see, since we have the plus defense thing, we didn't have to worry about taking any of that damage. So it didn't really matter that it took us a little longer to defeat all the characters here. We were fine in the end. Boom. And down. That's one part of the phase done. Mercy, he beat them all up. That surely isn't good. Guess it's up to me. And here comes the general guy. And they're on their fun little 3D contraption here. A little toy. Mario, you, sir, will pay. You beat my infantry, but that's all you'll do. Prepare for the next wave. Shy Guys come down on stilts. Like this. It's kind of funny. I like it. Go, attack, stilt guys. Fight, fight, fight. Yes, sir, right away, sir. I'm pretty sure right now we're doing 10 damage to these guys with Watt. I mean, you know, all together. There we go. Because I'm doing 6 damage to them just by jumping, and then Watt's doing the 4 more that I need. That's pretty good. The fact that we're able to swiftly clear through these waves, very nice. Grr, unbelievable. I guess it's time for my special battalion. A tower of Shy Guys. And this last one here jumps out from inside the tank. I like it. Ho ho ho, I pity you, sir. It's time you paid, Mario. Attack! All right, I think we can, once again, I think we can just defeat all these guys first round. Pretty sure they have 10 HP. They might have a little more. No, we can do that. There we go. Should have done 4 damage, but I blocked 3 of it with my 1 natural defense and then my 2 targeted defense for a total of 3 defense. This fight is so much easier when you have the defenses and the extra attack. Oh my goodness. Gah, grr, fine, I'll beat you myself. Nobody embarrasses the brave Shy Guys of my army. No one. Okay, I seem to remember this bulb is an important thing to break early on. So I'm gonna do that first. There we go. It just disables a lot of attacks. And then from there, we can just kind of do some of these attacks. All right, it has 2 defense. Good to know. You must be cheating. Thankfully, once again, it ignores all the defenses. My high-tech tank defenses don't seem to stand up to that electric attack. Quit doing that. It's too powerful. You're breaking the rules of war. He's gonna keep on throwing bombs down on me, but they're only doing 1 damage because of all the defenses I have. That's so good. I think it's just this continued for the rest of the fight. I don't think he has any other tricks up his sleeve. I think we might have just finished it with this. Which means we're gonna finish at a 3-hour stream. That's pretty good. I'll be back. I'm gonna eat, but I'll be back soon. Honestly, Santiago, I'm not sure I'll be back when you're back. Because we're getting really far in this. I think we're just about to beat this area. We'll do the Princess Peach thing as well. You might come back to that. That'll be fun. Okay. General guy. Okay, there we go. The whole thing is defeated now. Boom. And he falls down on the ground, and he's just done immediately. We don't even get to attack him ourselves. But that's fine. We don't need to attack him ourselves. We were very successful. And they all run, and then the one guy trips and falls. Like I said, recurring sort of theme there. I like it when games do that, when they have kind of like a running gag that's kind of harmless like that. We beat the Shy Guys. You weren't so tough. I beat him up. Didn't I, Mario? Yeah. Yeah, you did. Yeah, she's the best one in this game, I think. Watt is far and away the most useful early game and mid game and all that. Technically, once we hit the end game, like, she kind of falls off a little bit, but until that point, Watt is my favorite character for sure. All right. End of chapter. We're going to go ahead and save, and then we're going to help Princess Peach find out what's happening next. Then we will go ahead and quit out. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and try to sneak out. They still don't know about the secret path, so we're going to go ahead and take advantage of the fact that they are so ignorant about the secret path to sneak out once more. Now, I think I know where I'm headed, but I'm going to want to double check to make sure. So, first thing I need to mention, in here before, I believe we got a badge. That badge, we weren't able to equip it. I'm trying to avoid the light of all of these characters, because it's a bad idea to go by them. But yes, so that that badge we got, Princess Peach, of course, can't equip badges, but they can pass it over to Mario through a chest that is connected to a place near the Star Summit. So, this is the gourmet guy once again, and he will not report us to Bowser as long as we make him something yummy. So, we don't have any ingredients or utensils, but there is a kitchen one floor below us that's really good. So, they're going to give us the key to go down to the kitchen, and it technically opens up more of the area, and we'll go ahead and get ready for that. I think there is something up here to the top right. Yes. Is this the place where I think the chest is? Yeah, here we go. It's a beautiful chest. This is a mysterious treasure chest that's been passed down through generations of my family here at the castle. How mysterious. That's right, this chest is connected to another mysterious treasure chest somewhere in the Mushroom Kingdom. They say you can put things in this chest and take them out of the other chest. Isn't that, well, mysterious? Where is it? You know, I can't remember. There we go. So now we have another version of the Deep Focus badge. And also we have Power Rush, which is when Mario is in danger, his attack power increases by 2. I'm pretty sure Power Rush and the Peril Rush badge stack together. So altogether, you'd have like 6 extra attack power for having like 1 health left, which is wild. And I'm gonna also put in this badge. And then later I'll get more badges that I can also place in here and grab as Mario. But yeah, so that's why normally some people, when they play this game, they never rank up the HP because they plan on equipping these badges as soon as possible. And the badges are best used if you only have like 10 health and you're only ever fighting with like 5 health or 1 health or something like that. Okay, this is the area I need to go. Nice. So this is where we're going to be making a cake. Now, I'm going to try to do this without any additional technology. There was always the benefit to playing this with a half-hour timer, because we'd have like a kitchen timer next to us. You know, hit up to 30 minutes, press start, and it would count down. We could see how much time we have left. That timer would help us so much on this part of the game, because this is going to have a little bit of a time trial within it, where we need to guess the amount of time. Okay, special strawberry cake. Let's read the recipe. Okay, first, put sugar and eggs in a bowl. So we're gonna put sugar and eggs in a bowl. Sugar. Ah, there's the eggs. Salt, sugar. Put sugar and eggs inside of a bowl. There we go. Are we done? Yep. All right, let's move on to the next step. Mix and whip the ingredients in the bowl. I think this is just like hammer A. Press A as fast as you can for 10 seconds to mix the batter. I don't know how much you have to do it, but I always just go as fast as I can to make sure that I don't fail this part of the challenge. So if you fail some part of it, if you mix up the ingredients, stuff like that, you will fail the challenge and be told you have to make another new cake for the guy, for gourmet guy. Okay, put flour and butter into the bowl. Flour and butter. Flour's over here. And then the butter is over here. Okay, we put the flour and butter in. Are we gonna just have to mix it up one more time? Oh, pour it in the pan. Got it. So it automatically mixes it up a little bit more. Then we pour it into this pan. On to the next step. Bake the batter in the oven for 30 seconds. So this is the part where always having a timer was awesome, because you just be like, okay, and go. And you just like wait for 30 seconds to count down on the timer. It was very nice. Okay, press A again when you think 30 seconds has passed. You can't redo this part, so be extra careful. Here we go. Okay. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. That's at least, I hope, close enough. Fingers crossed. Okay, we're gonna put the cake on the table. We'll see if it was close enough later. Okay, last thing to do, decorate it with cream and strawberries. Cream and strawberries. Notice how we never used milk. Interesting. Cream. And strawberries. There we go. That should be it. Awesome. Take this to the gourmet guy. Now, thankfully, they don't make us walk through the castle holding the cake, although technically we would have had to do that. They just kind of scoot past that. All right. Thank you. And he eats the cake, and I think it was good enough. Yes, delicious. I'm gonna have to look later and like time out. Did I actually do like close enough to 30 seconds? There has to be like a window of time where it's like, oh, you can do like between 25 and 35 seconds and you're fine. It's probably something like that. Okay, he's gonna tell us a little secret. One of the star spirits is inside Mount Lava Lava on Lava Lava Island. You should also tell him there's a nasty lava piranha guarding the star spirit. This is another reason why it's really, really good to have the ice power badge, because that allows us to actually fight and attack the lava piranha very safely and do some extra damage down the road. It's very nice. Yeah, that whole area, it's good to have the ice power badge on, because you're inside a volcano. So almost everything that you're fighting is like fire-based somehow. What's with all the shouting? Keep it quiet in here. It's C Koopa. So, it was you, Princess Peach. You've got to keep it down. You're a prisoner, and as a prisoner, you need to keep... What? What are you doing out of your room anyway? Guards, get the princess! No! Alright. Fresh air. Muscular. Muscular gives us extra defenses, so he gives us a water block power. That chill out, that's what it is. Chill out puts like a block of water on the enemy, and it lowers their attack, which technically at that point it's like it raises our defenses. That's why I called it a defensive thing. A debuff to me is like a defensive thing. So. Alright. Oh, this is also, it's the first time that Twink gets to meet one of the star spirits. I always thought this was so cool growing up. I have news from the castle. Honorable Star Spirit, hi. I believe you are Twink, no? You're that youngster who recently ascended from Starborn Valley up to Starhaven. What? You remember my name? Why, of course, we're like family. I'm so touched. Don't make such a fuss, lad. I'm sure you'll go on to do great things. I must take my leave now. Goodbye, Twink, Mario. This was always my favorite Star Spirit because of just how humble he was. He's remembering the people that are like gonna join them soon. He's like, we're family. Like, this is just what we do. He was always my favorite Star Spirit just because of that one set of lines. It's so weird, like, what can speak to us as a kid. Honestly, I feel like that was one of the things, like, that I most remembered when it comes down to, like, being kind and complimenting people. Like, always remember where people come from And like, don't try to put yourself vaulted high and mighty above other people. You need to be able to speak to the new people because they're probably going to be your boss one day. Don't want to burn any bridges, but just be kind. Just be kind because you should be kind. I love doing stuff like that. I love that that's a message in this game. I rarely have such a chance, even at Star Haven. I'm shaking. I'm sorry. Important news from the castle. One of the star spirits is on Mount Lava Lava on Lava Lava Island. There we go. Okay, and they're going to keep on looking for useful information for us. All right. I think, like I said, that's about all I can do right now. Oh, wait, there is a save block over to this way. I know there isn't anything else I can do in the sewer system, because that's sushi that would have been able to do more stuff. So yes, let's go up here and save. Oh, I'm back. Oh no, sorry. I thought, gosh, I read the message and just read, instead of reading I'll be back, I just read I'm back, I'm gonna eat. I was like, wait, didn't you say something like, oh, never mind. Okay, save completed. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and actually just outright close out of this, I think. Boom. And then move us back to the chatting page, not introduction, chatting. And thank you all for showing up. Seriously, we got 92 views today during the whole stream of this, which again, like, yes, if you look at some YouTubers' things, you're like, oh, well, they have thousands of views and thousands of things. Last time we got 220 views on this, and today we have 90. These are really high numbers for someone that, is still relatively new to streaming like this. I want to thank everyone that is participating in this sort of thing. And once again, if you are subscribing, I am so sorry that I'm not getting the chance to talk to you. I do not know why this bot is not properly showing me whenever someone subscribes. I think I'm going to try like unlinking things and relinking them back up again, because I can sometimes see on the activity feed when people subscribe. Like I can see that 1 day ago, Roderick Scott subscribed. And then 5 days ago, Chulas Club subscribed. But I know more people have subscribed in that interim because we've gotten like, we were up at 106 when I started the stream. So we've gotten at least like 5 people that's just not being accounted for here. So I know that there are some of you that are showing your support by subscribing, and I really appreciate that. Thank you for that. And I'm just sorry that I'm not reciprocating it by thanking you because this thing ain't working, even though it should be showing that sort of little thing each and every time. Sorry about that. Well, either way, thank you so much also for those of you that showed up on a Saturday stream where it was a little bit different than we normally had it. It was a different time of day than normal, and we still had quite a few people show up. So thank you for that. I really enjoyed today. I hope you did too. The fact that we got to beat 2 different worlds was really exciting for me. So I'm looking forward to being able to continue that sort of pace as we keep on going. Now, tomorrow I am able to stream. We will probably be... Should I play the SMP? I feel like I probably should play the SMP server because otherwise, like, here's the thing. I want to probably tomorrow during the day, I'm going to be playing there and not streaming it. I'm going to be playing there and just like clearing out some of the water cavern that's above my area, building kind of the open area that I want to have start out, and hopefully getting enough materials, redstone especially, to be able to start properly building my base. It might then be that at my normal 7 to 9 time that I go ahead and I stream myself playing the SMP, maybe building up the actual place itself. I think that could be pretty fun. So I think that's going to be our goal. Our goal is going to be streaming Minecraft SMP tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and claim that. I'll be playing in the SMP throughout the day as I can, but we'll actually be properly streaming the Minecraft SMP tomorrow. Well, thank you so much to those people that have shown up for this stream and been here for it. I really appreciate your support. Thank you for being a part of the channel. This is going to start to become a little weird as this last week before the students show up to school is happening, because I'm still having to attend the school now and all these sorts of things leading up to it. We'll see about having to reduce or change the stream times once school actually starts running. But thank you so much for those of you that have been showing your support so far. I really appreciate that. So long, students. Bye.